and welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso here on S3. My name is Carl Wasty. It is so lovely to have you along for the ride till 9 a.m. Today is going to be a journey. We have everything that you need. But before I get there, hold on. I want someone to say good morning with me. Good morning, Zanele.
Good morning, my beautiful Carl. How are you this morning, gorgeous?
I am feeling so good. You know that obviously in Cape Town there was a massive Robbie Williams concert, so you can only imagine the energy. It's still resonating from me. I can like feel real love. I don't know what it is. It's beautiful, but it's been that type of a vibe. But I think I want to carry that over because today it's going to be a day full of energy. In fact, JP Sebastian's here to review A Better Man, the meteoric rise, dramatic fall and remarkable resurgence of British pop star Robbie Williams, which makes sense.
Yes, 100%. I mean, Carl, I can hear the energy. I was wondering why you were so excited in your good morning, but now I get it. I get it 100% because I can imagine it was an experience. But friend, I think it's going to be a really good one, and I can't wait to hear about Better Man. There's only been good things that have been said, right?
Absolutely. There's been some great things about the entire thing. I haven't seen it personally just yet, but I'm going to get there. But I've also heard there's another documentary that's coming soon. That is, I think it's called Zanele Takes Dubai.
Oh, stop, darling. Zanele takes Dubai and Rome. Let me just let me get it right for you.
Sorry.
Yes, yes.
This is great. Later, you
This
must
is true,
dish.
my Carl.
You must dish, please.
Yes.
You've got to. I want to hear all about it. I know that you've been away for a while, but it's going to be great to hear that. But of course, for now, I know that social media is abuzz, waiting for you to ask them a question of any sort. So please take it away. Whatever you need to ask, go for it, Zanele.
Thank you. Thank you, my king of my heart. It is always so good to be with you, Mzansi. It is always one of the most incredible things in terms of waking up with you, but then having conversations, even better, which is why we don't just do it right here on your TV screen. We also want to get in touch with you on social media. Right now, I need you to get in your entrepreneurial bag. I need you to feel like Elon Musk, you know, maybe a little bit of Bill Gates, and think about this right here. Friend, if you could be an entrepreneur that is able to make any idea come to life, what would it be? We want to hear all about it, and trust me, your idea is safe with us. 063-408-8863. Send us a voice note, and of course on the social media streets, #Expresso Show. That is where you find us on any of the social media platforms. We want to know, which entrepreneurial idea would you 100% bring to life if you had all the resources and everything you need just to make it 100%? Send it through, and we're going to have a conversation all about that. But for now, you know we need to get you in touch with what's happening all around the world. The beautiful Carissa standing by with the news headlines. Good morning, Carissa.
Good morning, Zanele, and good morning, Expresso fam. Let's get into your Thursday news. Now we get started nationally, where retail sales rose 7.7% in November, buoyed by Black Friday deals and the two-pot pension scheme. Following October's revised 6.2% increase, Stats SA reported. Now, December inflation was 3%, below the forecasted 3.2% within the Reserve Bank's 3 to 6% target range. The rise stemmed from higher fuel costs and slight food price increases. As the Monetary Policy Committee meets next week, some economists predict a 25 basis point repo rate cut, while others expect it in July. Now, the figures highlight cautious optimism despite economic changes. In other news in the country, Basic Education Minister Siviwe Gwarube highlighted infrastructure challenges in rural provinces during her visit to Mpumalanga to oversee the reopening of schools for the 2025 academic year. Accompanied by Deputy Minister Regina Mwale and MEC Kathy Dlamini, Gwarube noted the pressing need to address infrastructure gaps, including rebuilding schools and improving facilities. Now, while budget constraints remain an issue, she acknowledged progress in utilizing infrastructure budgets effectively, reflecting a commitment to improving school conditions. The matter will be prioritized at the upcoming Cabinet Lekgotla to address ongoing challenges. Taking a look at your international news, the International Criminal Court has questioned Italy's decision to release Libyan Osama El-Smari Njim, suspected of crimes against humanity, including murder and torture. Njim was arrested in Turin following an ICC warrant, but freed due to a legal technicality, according to an Interior Ministry source. He was flown to Tripoli, receiving a hero's welcome. The ICC investigating Libya's 2011 civil war crimes expressed frustration over Italy's lack of consultation. The case, attributed to a technical lapse, has drawn no comment from Italy's Prime Minister or Justice Ministry. Meanwhile, a bid to free 5 elephants from a Colorado zoo in the U.S. was rejected after a court ruled they were not considered people. The animal rights group Non-Human Rights Project argued that the elephants, all born in Africa, were effectively imprisoned and filed to have them moved to an elephant sanctuary. The Colorado Supreme Court ruled that the state's habeas corpus process applies only to people, not animals, even if they are cognitively sophisticated. The Cheyenne Mountain Zoo denied the allegations, asserting that the elephants were very well cared for. And now we close off with the news to do with our global superstar Trevor Noah, South Africa's internationally acclaimed comedian and former host of The Daily Show, who will host the Grammys for the 5th consecutive year, bringing his signature wit to music's biggest night. Not only will he host, but he's also producing and nominated for Best Comedy Album for his special, Where Was I? Competing against comedy legends like Dave Chappelle and Ricky Gervais, Noah's nomination marks his 3rd from the Academy. Now, his impressive accolades also include 2 Primetime Emmy Awards and the prestigious 2023 Dutch Erasmus Prize. This year's Grammys will support wildfire relief efforts and honor the bravery of first responders, adding a special sense of purpose to the celebration. Well, we definitely know that our boy is going to bring it on home. It's where we leave your 6 o'clock news. Let's delve into your first bit of sports with Carl. Here's the latest.
Thanks, Carissa. Let's take a look at the action. And if you were awake very late last night, you were probably watching Champions League. Paris Saint-Germain staged a stunning second-half comeback to beat Manchester City 4-2 in a dramatic Champions League clash. Goals from Ousmane Dembele, Bradley Barcola, Jean Neves, as well as Gonzalo Ramos. He had overturned City's 2-0 lead, keeping PSG's qualification hopes alive while leaving City in danger of an early exit. Now let's stay with football, but let's go local. Mamelodi Sundowns avenged their Carling knockout final loss with a hard-fought 2-1 victory over Magesi FC at the old Peter Mokaba Stadium. Despite Wonderboy Makubu's early strike for the hosts, the Brazilians turned the tide in the second half with goals from Lucas Ribeiro and Tashreeq Matthews. The win extends Sundowns' lead at the top of the Premiership. That's to 6 points. And on to cricket, the exciting SA20 Aiden Markram inspired a stunning comeback as the Sunrisers Eastern Cape overturned a dire 53 for 5 to post 149 for 7 before dismantling the Pretoria Capitals for 97, clinching a commanding 52-run victory in their SA20 clash at St George's Park. The defending champions, after starting their campaign with 3 losses, secured their 3rd consecutive bonus point win in an incredible turnaround. And then wrapping with the Aussie Open, defending champion Yannick Sinner stormed into the Australian Open semi-finals with a commanding straight sets victory over local favourite Alex de Minaur on Rod Laver Arena. The Italian world #1 dismissed any lingering illness concerns, dominating the 8 seeds 6-3, 6-2 and 6-1. Sinner now faces American Ben Shelton for a spot in Sunday's final, where either Novak Djokovic or Alexander Zverev awaits. That's it for sports for now. Another update in 1 hour. Let's take a first look at your weather. Here's Anele.
Thank you so much, Carl. Let's get into it, Mzansi. What exactly is happening all around in terms of the weather? Well, the South African Weather Service has issued 2 warnings. First and foremost, a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms in southwestern KZN and parts of the Eastern Cape, bringing heavy downpours, damaging winds, hail and lightning with risks of flooding and infrastructure damage. A yellow level 1 warning highlights damaging winds and waves along the coast from Oyster Bay to Port Edward. Extremely high fire danger conditions persist across the Northern Cape, Eastern Cape and parts of the Western Cape. Additionally, a heat wave affects Northern Eastern Cape areas until Monday, with extremely uncomfortable conditions expected in parts of the Northern and Western Cape. Please do make sure that you take caution where you need to, but also remember to stay hydrated where it is super hot, because there are a couple of places in SA. However, first, before we get to those temperatures, we need to jump on into our Good Morning Post in terms of, not that one, forgive me. It is our sunrise view of the hour. It is one that always makes me so happy because I'm someone who's obsessed with sunsets and sunrises. And I want to shout out Emil from Harare, Zimbabwe. Honey, taking us across the continent. I love it. And this picture right here makes me so happy because you're kind of looking at it going, hey, is it a sunset? Is it a sunrise? It's just so stunning. It's so orange. It's bringing out even navy hues in the sky. And I absolutely love it. A huge shout out to you, Emil, and thank you so much for being with us. Send yours through Mzansi 063 408 8863. Let's see what it is you're waking up to. And we can't wait to show the rest of the country. Right now, let's see what's happening all across the country in terms of temperatures.
Yo, Uppington, eh? Yeah, still up there.
Every day Uppington, but it's all right.
It's like the, you know, we got so many things that are going to heat up the show anyway. And first and foremost, SA businesses have learned a lot from 2024, and we want to unpack those because there are some key teachings we can take over into this year that could maximize our potential this year. So let's make sure that we stick around for that. If you indeed have a small business, I think it's going to be beneficial to you.
Yeah, or if you're thinking of starting a small business, definitely take these notes so that you don't repeat the same mistakes they did. Not only that, we've got to delve into Zanele's holiday. The festive season was upon us. And let me tell you that Zanele did the festive season real good. I was stuck to her Instagram like, can I also go to Dubai? Hello, Habibi.
Hello, love life. Buongiorno, carissa, cal. You know, sorry guys, oh my word. Sometimes I forget that I'm not in Italy anymore. You know, it's almost like my second home now. Oh my word, forgive me. But I can't wait to tell you all about my travels. It was really so exciting, and more than anything, it was a blessing, friends.
Oh, that is so beautiful. And from Dubai to Italy, we'll find out all those details straight after this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show on this beautiful Thursday morning. We appreciate you spending some time with us. And somebody that I'm so excited to hear a little bit more about her festivities is Zanele. Now, we told you that she had an absolute blast for her holiday season. And Carl, are you jealous? Because I'm jealous.
I'm more jealous than I should be. But at the same time, it's cool. You know, my older bro moved to Dubai. So I always feel like there's a Dubai connection. But then when I heard about Rome, essentially, if I were to ever go to Rome, I would be calling it Italy. I'd eat my way, pasta, pizza, all the way through from coast to coast.
I love it.
But let's find out how Zanele actually rolled with this whole journey. I think it's going to be amazing. Make us jealous, please, Zanele.
Oh, friends, I will do so gladly. So let me tell you, it all began on the 1st of January. Literally hopped on a plane, first day of 2025, off to Dubai I went. And I have to say, guys, for me, I genuinely really feel like people downplay how great Dubai is. Like, we see the nice things, right? But I don't think people show the experiences. So for me and my sister, we jumped right into it. And not only did we go jet skiing, where we were able to literally like hop on a jet ski and like rush off into the water. Guys, I must tell you, when I say jet skiing, I'm saying it with a brave face because I was very, very scared. And it was very scary. But I had a good time in the end. You know those things that are like, okay, it pushed me to the limit, so I'm fine now. You know what I mean? Yes. But it was really such an experience. And one thing we also did was getting on a yacht. You know, I was in Dubai, shaking my body.
As you should be.
Thank you very much. Yes, yeah. And it was a lot of fun. But, you know, those were some of the water things we got to do. But, of course, we know that Dubai is known for their deserts.
Yes.
And, guys, the desert safari, oh, my goodness. I got to ride a camel.
Wow.
Can you imagine? I mean, after that, I wanted to kind of bring it home with me because it was just so cute. But I really enjoyed that experience. And I think one of the biggest things I loved the most was the fire dancers. They were people who, like, didn't just fire dance. The fire was them and they were the fire. They were one with the fire. It was incredible. I can tell you that much.
Wow.
But guys, just in terms of experiences in Dubai, can you hear all of the things that I'm naming?
Yes, it's like that. But, you know, when I visited Dubai last year, you know, it was kind of like you don't stop doing stuff until you get super tired. You just continue doing it and everything. And then you're visiting that place and that water park and then that world and then that. It's crazy. And I feel, Zanele, you had the same experience where you were just thrown from left, right to center and then the trip was over.
Right, 100%, because even while we were in Dubai, we got a chance to go to Abu Dhabi because we wanted to go experience Ferrari World. It was everything, guys. And obviously, you know, like, I'm moving to Ferrari because of Lewis Hamilton. So I went and I got knighted as a Ferrari, you know, fan, you know. So it was really just such a special thing for me because I was like, yes, I'm part of the family officially. That is where they have the fastest roller coaster in the world. I didn't get to experience it because it was fully booked, like, when we got there, which was crazy. But I did get to experience all the other rides and things like that. So that was really awesome. And I really enjoyed it. But from there, guys, I got to go to Italia.
Tell us more.
Here we go.
So I got to Rome. So this was where I now left my sister. And I got to go and be a little bit of a little Dora the Explorer on my own. And this for me is such a special thing because Rome is my favorite city in the world. I thankfully got to experience it when I was 16 years old. But going back as a 30-year-old, I literally got to see it through different eyes. And it solidified that I don't care. I've been to New York. I've been to Dubai. Compared to Rome, it does not come close. From the Trevi Fountain and just getting to throw in a little coin to also go and experiencing the Colosseum, which is like my favorite thing in the world because when I was younger, my principal used to tell us stories about it. It genuinely was just such a beautiful experience. And also even just getting to go inside, I really had like the best time ever.
Wow. And you suit the place. I mean, I'm waiting for Zanele to tell us I'm moving to Italia because you look so good.
Girl, thank you. Can I tell you, I got 2 proposals while I was in Italy. Well, 2.5, you know. So who knows? Maybe my husband, he's there, you know. So perhaps 2.5. The half was. He said, if I didn't have a wife, you'd be my wife. I went, okay, stop it.
That makes sense.
Stop that. But so 2.5.
Oh, goodness. The question is, did you say yes, Zanele? Did you accept the proposals, yes or no?
You know what? I was keeping my options open, Carissa. You know what I mean? Just now I bump into a prince, then I said yes to, Mario, who serves me pizza. Come on. So you understand what I'm saying? I was just, teasing them here and there.
This sounds incredible, but you know what? The best part of traveling is coming back home. And I'm sure you can feel that same thing.
Yes. 100%. I have to say, there is no place like home, particularly for the people.
Yeah.
Everybody overseas, I will tell you this, your guys, people are not nice overseas. They'll bump you, they don't care about you. If your bag falls on the floor, it's your
Yes.
bag, you must pick it up yourself. Nobody cares. But in South Africa, there's Ubuntu, which we appreciate. And that is why there are no
Ubuntu.
better people in the world.
I love Ubuntu. It's
Ubuntu.
important. I love the way you said that, Zanele. You know, you
Yes.
got to be together. Eh?
Ubuntu. Yeah, exactly. Togetherness, Ubuntu. Thank you. All right.
That's great.
Zanele, I absolutely love this for you, girl. After the year you had last year, it was absolutely insane and so deserving of the holiday. So it's so good to hear everything that you had to offer. And all I'm saying, Carl, is that I wish this for this next season. And I
Yes.
feel like there are ways that I can actually access
Of course.
a world-round holiday. How can I do
Well, do you know, there are a few ways,
Yeah.
okay? Number one, you can find someone to give you a half proposal. The other way is to play Daily Lotto for an estimated 550,000 Rand jackpot this Thursday. So don't get left behind. You can play now, and you can get your tickets in a number of different ways. And they are...
in store?
Yes.
I think that's the first thing you got to do. And
That's
then
right.
there's the nationallottery.co.za website. There's also the mobile app. There's cell phone banking. Or you could just simply dial *120 *7529 hash for USSD. I feel like I sped through that. Did I speed through that?
You did, but if you did, it's fine because we've got the details sorted for you on social media pages on Expresso. All you have to do is go check them out and then Panda Pusher play Daily Lotto for an estimated 550,000 Rand jackpot
Unreal.
today, which could take you to Dubai and Italy at the same time. So just win a big payday and you can play right now.
I love that. Take you there in first class even. I'm
Yes.
calling it for you. I can't wait for that. Coming up on the show, very excited about this. Style Rotate is a relationship that I have built over the past while. They are girlies doing the absolute most in the small business world,
Yeah.
making sure we always look the part when it comes to weddings and events. And Carl, you did touch on, advice for small businesses.
Absolutely. You know, we have key learnings from 2024. There were ups and downs, fluctuations in the markets, but we have the perfect individual to guide you through 2025, taking learnings, ensuring we can plug those in to make it the most successful year of our business lives. That is on the way for you right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Only you can make my day. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back, Mzansi. You're tuned into Expresso right here on S3. And it is always a good morning when we get to sit down and have incredible conversations all about how we can better ourselves. Now, businesses are something that can sometimes evade us in terms of how it is we can do them best. But starting off 2025, we want to make sure that you have the success that you need, and we're having the right conversations to get you geared up for the best year yet when it comes to you and your business. So this is why this morning we're joined by two ladies who have got the ins on how, in fact, we can 100% not just have businesses that are successful, but are also sustainable. And one thing I also know is that today, these ladies are coming with not just experience, but they have the expertise to get us into that form. So please may we welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast show. It is none other than Kathy Machingaidze, partner at Red Eye Holborn Recruitment Group, as well as Nomso Kana, a presidential advisor on South Africa's role in global tech and sustainability at Davos 2025. Everyone, let's give them a feel good welcome, please.
Thank you. Thanks,
Leading ladies, how are you?
Good, man.
You're doing great,
Good.
thank you.
Good. Ladies, business in 2025, just straight off the bat, is it looking good? Are we going to be happy as business owners? Yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay. All right. So, Kathy, I want to start with you because, of course, we know, talking about strategies that we can employ in our businesses in 2025, particularly on the African continent, how can we future-proof our workforces? Because this is something that I think, it always emerges in trends and we can kind of see from a mile away. How can we do it for the year ahead?
Okay. I'll start with one quote that I really love, and I defer to a lot, from Alvin Toffler, which says, "The illiterate of the 21st century are not those who cannot read or write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn."
Sure.
So what we need to do, two very simple things, but we dig deeper, obviously, within the organizations, is one, we need to learn to upskill.
Yes.
And upskilling refers to building upon the skills that we have, what additional expertise is required, are the additional technologies we need to bring in, we need to learn, etc. And then reskilling as well. Gone are the days where you get into a job and you do what you do for 20 years with no change. Now you start, your career can have 10 different phases over a period of 5 years as a result of changes in technology, changes in the environment overall.
Yeah.
So it's really important for us to be able to reskill. And with that, organizations can look at changes in technology, they can look at changes in consumer behavior, because those things have an impact on how an organization functions and what strategies we adopt to be able to meet the market needs.
Beautiful. And when you said that, the word that came to mind for me is adapt.
Yes.
Being able to adapt, because I feel like technology is not allowing us to breathe. It's
No.
saying, keep moving, everyone, keep moving
have to.
forward. Exactly. And this is why I want to ask you, Nomso, when we're talking about, technology and just the ways in which we can possibly be a little bit competitive even. Let's talk about the global stage. How can South Africa 100% just really take steps to be on that global stage and really 100% enhance their competitiveness in technology and sustainability?
That's a great question, Zanele. South Africa missed the space race, launching satellites into geo or LEO spaces, but we did not miss the 4IR one. The country did act on that and put up strategies, and now that we're getting into the G20 as presidential for the G20, the president did mention in the Davos speech as he was invited as a special delivery, to do a delivery. So we are really in the forefront in Africa when it comes to AI development, especially natural language processing. And we also quite very proactive when it comes to advanced technology policies. And I think this is one of the great steps and strides that the country has taken in order to really ensure that, we have three major challenges, which is poverty, inequality, unemployment. But let's use technology to actually solve one of them and really ensure that we keep on par with what the world is doing.
Come on, I love that. And ladies, we don't have a lot of time, so please, I'm going to ask you for your parting shots in terms of how businesses can really just come out successful come the end of 2025. What would you say to them? What should they focus on? Is it AI? Is it leadership? What would you say? Let's start with you, Kathy.
Okay, I would say it's a combination of both. And from the leadership perspective, one of the biggest elements is adaptive leadership. You mentioned adapting earlier. Leaders need to adapt. Looking at hybrid work environments is becoming more and more of a requirement. Looking at the environment in which you operate, looking at cultural intelligence. We are in a multicultural society. Let's leverage on that in our workforce. And also looking at your recruitment and retention strategies.
Beautiful.
Liaise with your institutions to get fresh talent right at the beginning, from the get-go, universities, TVET colleges, etc. And also looking at how we focus on recruitment itself. Use digital platforms more, because that is the way the world is going.
I love that.
We cannot stick to what we've always done.
100%. And Nomso, 2 sentences.
2 sentences. Sustainable development. South African entrepreneurs are becoming smarter because now the focus is really on solutions. So they've studied the problem, the solutions they have, and now they're building products and services out of the solution and monetizing out of that.
Love
because you can't run around without making profits.
Come on.
And most importantly is the fact that now they're awakened to technology, which is quite good.
I love that. And where would we be if we wouldn't just immerse ourselves in what technology can do for us, right? 100%. Thank you so much, ladies. And you spoke about a hybrid workforce, not unless you're working for Donald Trump, you know what I mean? But, you know, that's for them to deal with. Yes. Everyone, this is exactly what it is about, getting ourselves geared up for what it is we can do best in our way and in our businesses in terms of 2025, in terms of getting to that success and 100% saying, yes, we can do it by incorporating not just technology, but making it sustainable. And this is why we're having these kinds of conversations right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Right now, my beautiful Carl is busy with something. Carl, speak to me. What are we jumping into?
Well, just on the vein of what you were saying about, you know, businesses and actually learning from 2024, I believe that more people should be bold enough to start a new journey, an idea that you can bring to life to be an entrepreneur. And the thing is, I want you to dream today, and please send in those voice notes and get into social media, because I'd love to know what that idea would be. Not that we're going to steal the ideas. No, no, no. It's copywritten, but I want to hear a bit more. In fact, Martin jumped in, and this is great. Honestly, I'd love to create something that helps people connect over their passions. Imagine that, having a fund, just making sure that people can see their passions follow through. That is great. I'm loving that. In fact, Rete Bile also sent in this voice note.
Morning, Expresso. You're speaking to Retabile here in Constant from the First State. If I could bring one idea into life as an entrepreneur, I would probably open a funeral parlor.
Sorry? You'd open a funeral parlor. Okay. You know what? If you think about it, there are certain things that will always be certain in life. And I suppose with that subject matter, you are possibly onto something. A funeral parlor was not what I expected. However, it's an idea. So please, 063-408-8863. I want you to dream today. If you had an idea and you could bring it to life as an entrepreneur, what would it be? And please share, and we'll get to those a little bit later. But of course, there's still so many things ahead. In fact, talking about entrepreneurs, Carissa,
I've got gorgeous entrepreneurs with me. I don't know about you, Carl. And not only are they beautiful, but they got the big brain energy, okay? They created Style Rotate. I've got Tasha and Cleo with me, and I can't wait to get into a conversation. We're talking about small businesses making it big in 2025. And as I told you before, I've been dressed by them many times over, and chef's kiss every single time. So we're going to give you the tips, the tricks, and all the good things when it comes to sustaining your small business going into 2025, Expresso fam. Please stick around, grab that coffee, and we'll see you after this.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is, of course, Expresso on S3, and we're continuing the conversation of small businesses, startups. And joining us right now, we've got Tasha Liesner as well as Cleo Aitken in the building, and they are an innovative team behind the gorgeous brand called Style Rotate. Now, this is a female-owned, pioneering fashion rental and resale platform, and I'm telling you, it has revolutionized fashion in South Africa. They are here to tell us a bit more about the way they kind of pushed fashion forward and also cross boundaries with what they did. So let's give them a feel good welcome. Hello, ladies.
Hi, Carissa.
Have you ever received such an applause as you walked in?
It's very impressive. It's great. It's quite exciting.
Thank you so much for being here. We really have to get into this conversation because I'm so curious as to the inspiration behind Style Rotate. When you came in, you disrupted the space and you really said, we're here to stay. So what inspired the move and the courage to go in this direction?
So Style Rotate was born as a solution to an outdated closet system. I was fashion director of Cosmopolitan at the time and really realizing just how devastating the fashion industry was on its people and its planet.
Sure.
That coupled with social media fueling one-time wear culture made me really realize that we needed to revolutionize how we get dressed and also local designers. So many incredible local brands and designers were marketing to an international market because the local consumer didn't have as much disposable income. So that was also a really big kind of focus for us to make local fashion accessible to the local consumer.
I love that. And I mean, Tasha, you and I have spoken so many times because I've been to Style Rotate a couple times and tried on some outfits. And you're so right about so many things, that one-time way because of social media. And because I'm in the industry, you can't see me in the same outfit twice, right? And so I've worn a couple of outfits. I mean, I've done, you know, awards and red carpets, and there's me and Zanele looking so good. I've tried so many options. I mean,
Gorgeous.
that may be my future car, you know. I have to match the aesthetic, the film awards as well. So it really has come in so clutch for me, but I understand this. We don't have that much disposable income. So maybe, Tasha, talk to me about how Style Rotate actually works for those people who don't know.
So we offer 4-day rental periods. So a lot of what Carissa comes to us for is, you know, red carpet events, very, very glam things. But the everyday person also needs to rental. So if you've got a wedding coming up, we've all bought something, worn it once, and then left it in our wardrobes. And so essentially the goal of Style Rotate is to create a space where you can try out new fashion and experience it without owning it.
I love that, which speaks to me also about the sustainability aspect, because it is the circular thing of, okay, I can wear it, look fantastic, but then also allow somebody else to feel empowered in that same dress. Perhaps.
Exactly.
So talk to me a little bit more about being kinder to the planet. I know you mentioned that too, Cleo.
I think like Style Rotate is basically founded on this idea of sharing and to combat this like wear, tear and dispose kind of model that we were so like entrenched in. So it's all about sharing. It's about really appreciating experiencing fashion instead of just owning it. I don't know if you want to add to that.
Yeah, and I think that community is a big buzzword, and people talk a lot about community in terms of growing and entrepreneurship. But with Style Rotate, it's literally based on the respect that you have for the clothes so that you return them in a great condition so someone else can wear them. And so it really is a true sharing community, and we're very proud of what we've built.
Oh, I love
And
that.
because of that, like one person can wear, 25 people can wear one garment instead of 25 people each buying one garment and then not wearing it again.
Sure, so our impact and our carbon footprint is also decreasing at the end of the day. Let's be real, guys. We are girls in spaces of business and creativity, and sometimes we face challenges just because of that, just because we're women. And being a female-led business, tell me a bit more about these challenges and how you've overcome them.
To be honest with you, if we have to have another meeting with a Chris or another, you know, David, we'll just, we might give up. I'm joking. We love, So it's also interesting because fashion is often dismissed as a little bit of a frivolous kind of industry to want to grow and expand on. And so we have both of those things up against us. We're a female-founded business, but we also focus on fashion. So, but unfortunately, it's a male-dominated industry. So we often find ourselves up against that. And I would say creating a really great support system of other women is really what pushes you. Because, you know, we'll come off a call and I'll look at Cleo and be like, oh my gosh, can't believe that was another David, you know? But
Who doesn't really understand
what we do. And yeah, so we just lift each other up.
Oh my goodness, I love that. And I love that we have the community, as to your point, of we get each other and there will be the right fit and the right partnership that you'll have going forward. I'm going to ask you so quickly to just give me a word of advice for 2025 for small businesses, Cleo, before we wrap up.
So I think we get so entrenched in our business. Don't forget the 5% that you need to focus on yourself. Put 90%, 95% into it, and at least 5% needs to be focused on yourself.
Oh, I absolutely love that. Well, I hope you sat with a pen and paper and took some notes from our girls from Style Rotate. And if you are in the major cities in South Africa, please go ahead and visit them or just rent online. Carl, I feel like you also could definitely benefit from this.
You have no idea how much I love that concept and I love that company. I've heard about them before and they are doing a phenomenal job in ensuring that fashion becomes sustainable and sharing is caring. Well done, Style Rotate. I feel like we should celebrate with International Sticky Toffee Pudding Day. That's actually today, and it's a thing, believe it or not. It's a day dedicated to one of the most beloved and indulgent desserts. To mark the occasion, we found out some fascinating facts about sticky toffee pudding, which we will make later. But before we get there, some facts. Now, first and foremost, what is sticky toffee pudding? I know, it's just the name, but let me just give you a beautiful description of it. It's a moist sponge cake covered in toffee sauce, often served with custard, cream or ice cream, also known as sticky date pudding in Australia and New Zealand. Another fact is that the origin of sticky toffee pudding, the dessert is believed to have originated in the United Kingdom in the 1970s after somebody who was a genius decided to be overindulgent and then made many people happy. And then additional facts, sticky toffee pudding is a popular choice during the holiday season due to its warm and indulgent nature, making it a comforting winter treat. Apparently, it's effective for all sorts of things after long work days, breakups, and of course, celebrations. Sticky toffee pudding is something that we are going to make a little later, and you're going to need the recipe, expressoshow.com. Lock in that website already. It's going to be indulgent, delicious, and incredibly lekker. That's coming up a little bit later. In fact, talking about all of those things, those adjectives I used can best describe the guest we have in our kitchen right now.
Definitely, absolutely, Carl. I love that you hit that on the mark because look, ladies and gentlemen, we have the gorgeous Andrea Georgia in the building from Montfort. Also another female-led business that's just doing so incredibly well. And of course, we had to bring her in to show us how to make a peach cobbler because this is one of those things that baking, you know, we're getting into it in 2025, but I feel like with your help, Andrea, I'm definitely going to be able to do this.
Well, I definitely feel you should. We've been like going on a journey together for a while.
Oh my goodness.
And I feel like you have improved.
Okay, I appreciate that.
But I have this recipe is brilliant because it's the easiest recipe and it's my husband's favorite thing. And most people have this in their cupboard. It's literally self-raising flour, sugar, butter, and a can of peaches.
Oh, I definitely have a can of peaches in my house.
We all have that random can of peaches.
And growing up, that would be like Sunday dessert with like some ideal milk or even some jelly, 100%.
This is that easy, I promised you. The first time I made it, I was like, what on earth is going on here? It's too easy. So, yeah, we want to start off with
Please do.
So we're just going to add our sugar. Just leave a little bit for the end. We're going to just pour it over. This is really, then we're also going to use half of our melted butter. And this is now going to make a little batter for us.
Oh, I love this.
It's going to be an interesting journey. I'm going to add a dash of milk just to get the texture I'd like. I'm just going to show you. So,
and wait, this is the base.
This is the dough.
This is the dough.
You would say this is the dough.
Okay.
Guys, it's that easy.
Wow.
It really is.
And while I have you here, I'm going to make the most of it and just ask you about your business, Montfort. And, you know, just about the inspiration behind it. Where did you feel the need to go, I love cooking, I love baking, I love food, I'm going to turn this into a business?
My bakery started out of desperation. I was retrenched.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
I actually just really loved baking as a side product because it's so creative and so much fun. And when I lost my job because of COVID, I decided out of desperation to start selling my cakes and things. And that's how Mournful was born.
Oh
it was actually because of that. Yeah.
And look at the blessings that have come from it.
I know.
Low key, that was the push in the direction that you needed to
really
go,
was.
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So is our batter ready?
Yeah, let me just show you. So this is kind of the batter you want to go for, guys. It's going to be weird at the beginning, but trust the process.
Okay.
So now we're just going to put our batter in.
Must I press it down?
We want to keep it like very rustic.
We love that word over here.
So you're going to put it like little pieces like that, okay? And then we're going to be pouring over with the juice. Do not get rid of that peach juice. We want that peach juice because that's part of the game. And we're just going to put that everywhere. And that's going to make it super crispy and super chewy. It's going to come together, trust me.
I am trying to trust the process here along with you.
And then the last bit of melted butter, again, just pour it over like this. Make sure you get it on that dough.
Wow.
Doesn't that look delicious? I know it doesn't.
No, I don't know about delicious right now, but you know what, Andrea?
Trust the process, trust the process. And then we're going to just dust some sugar over it.
I will tell you, it looks very interesting.
It does look interesting.
So the sugar allows it to go crispy on the top?
Yeah, this is just adding, the butter is actually the one that's going to make it really chewy and crispy.
Yes.
It's truthfully one of my favorite desserts, and it was that easy to whip up. And you're going to bake it now for 40 minutes.
Okay,
and
at about 180?
180, and then you serve it with ice cream or cream, and oh my word, your guest will be an actual.
And all I'm saying is that this is a recently married individual to my right, so this definitely worked in order for you to cross over the threshold.
To get that ring on my finger.
To get the ring on the finger.
I had to make a peach cobbler.
Oh, I love that, Andrea. I've got to ask you a little bit more about challenges you may have faced. I mean, we're 5 years into this business now, about?
Well, no, I actually got retrenched in 2022.
2022, okay.
So it's about 3 years.
3 years.
And then I also only really started to boom in 2023. Oh my gosh. It feels like yesterday, but it isn't. And it was again. It was going really tough with the business. We went to. It was just me, and I was like, I have to do something to grow my business that I can scale it. And that's when I started selling my cookies, which I could courier countrywide.
Yes, exactly.
And honestly, since we've started doing that, it's been basically a little bit more than a year.
Wow.
I now have 5 ladies working for me full time. Yes.
Congrats! That is incredible.
And we've been working out of the garage at my father's house.
I love this.
And we are now currently looking at expanding into a warehouse.
Oh my gosh.
Which is a scary step, but it is the right step for us. We have to risk it.
You have to.
If you don't move, you're not going to. You can fail 100%, but you can also succeed. But if you don't move, nothing's going to happen.
And also, I don't see it as a failure. It's a learning. Now you know that doesn't work. Let's try something else, right?
Absolutely. And yes, but I think that could be a fear, that hold people back. But for me, the reward is just so much. It's so good to see that. And it's about empowering people. Many of the people who work for me, they cleaned homes before. Now they are magnificent in what they do.
And they are.
They inspire me.
Wow.
Like, they are the reason I want to continue this journey. And it's so silly, but a cookie or a baked good or a peach cobbler, it brings joy.
It does.
And food brings connection, and so for me, owning a bakery is about spreading joy. It's about making people feel seen, about celebrating people. And if I can do one little thing each day to make someone happy, I'm happy.
Well, you're making us so happy. I'm telling you. That's why I said I trust the process, because I know it's going to turn out like this. Andrea, I got goosebumps as you were talking, and we wish you all the best for 2025. It's going to be a big year. Are you ready?
Oh gosh, I'm so ready.
Oh, she's so ready. Well, we're excited. We're going to pop this into the oven, and then we're going to catch up with our boy Carl, because I know you're listening for this, aren't you?
That looks delicious. Thank you so much. You can send it our way. Grant Hines is here. We got one very important thing to chat about, is that it's interesting. The US had a certain TikTok ban, and then it came back again. And what did that mean? Because I know a lot of South African creators were feeling liberation.
Well, yes, because actually, true story, we just didn't want to be a part of the conversation anymore. It was like, you know, the noisy people in the room have left.
Yeah.
and unfortunately, they're back. But there's a lot of implications, I think, on a global scale because of it.
All right, so we're going to unpack that in the next couple of minutes, so make sure you stay right there. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on S3.
Make 2025 your breakthrough year with Richfield and be one of 3 lucky viewers to each win an academic bursary and laptop valued at 180,000 Rand to learn, lead and succeed. Reply to the competition post on Expresso's social pages. Answer the weekly competition question, #Richfield in your answer and click on the link in the post to complete your entry. Competition closes 16 February. T's and C's on expressoshow.com.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. I missed you. Let's talk about TikTok, shall we? In a Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso. You know what the whole debacle was. There was a possibility of a ban in the US, and then it shut down, and then it came back. And the thing is, this affected the world. If you look at the platform and how it is often the heartbeat of content on this planet, what were the implications? And I called in one individual who would know exactly how to navigate this topic. We got a gamer, a tech expert, Grant Hines, to take us through what TikTok.
You DM me on TikTok. That's how I'm here, right?
Is that yes? Exactly.
That's what happened.
That's how it happened. But in terms of the platform itself, it's gigantic. It's part of the soul of the planet's content, and then you drop it out of a country. There's huge implications for that.
Yeah, it's massive. I think it is the heartbeat of conversation. I think it's one of the strongest algorithms.
Yes.
That exist online, and that's threatening to a lot of US companies that also do their own social media. I think this is really what it boils down to, because it is I feel like TikTok in many ways is a more open platform.
Yeah.
It's, the algorithm will kind of like guide you into certain trains of thought. I think Western social media is a little bit more on rails, and they want you to think a certain way, if that makes sense.
Very much so.
They will often there's a lot of that's where the antagonism comes from, right?
Yes.
It's a form of propaganda to not like certain things that your country is doing, for instance.
Yeah.
And the whole what's been happening in Palestine is a primary example of that. So America don't like not being in charge of the conversation, and that's very clear. With the inauguration, a vast majority of the people that were at the inauguration on Trump's side were people that own these platforms, like Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos.
Yes.
And that's a problem. Alarm bells should be ringing like immensely because of this, because it's a power play saying that we control what information you get and what you think of us, and to the point where we're happy just to remove social medias that disagree with our thinking. And the same thing, they'll be very critical of the CCP for doing that kind of thing as well. TikTok is actually banned in China, by the way. It's not available in China, Red Note is the app, by the way. Yeah. So if you want to try a TikTok alternative, Red Note's really cool as well. So
Okay.
Red Note is the alternative in China. But the same. It's like the pot calling the kettle black in a sense.
I got you. It's so fascinating, and you speak to a very, very interesting nuance there about it shuts down in that place. And you know, every single billionaire wanted to crowd around it to try and get it back. So
like,
there was
so
almost.
desperate.
I was going to
it's
say
like
to you now,
eagles.
there's desperation in controlling this particular narrative. And if you look at the globe itself, when other atrocities happen, I don't see billionaires coming together to buy any sort of resources there.
Well, billionaires only worry about how much they make. They're not worried about the good that their company is doing, or like it's really frustrating to see that.
It really is.
Because here was a cool moment actually for people to show their true colors, and they did.
Yes.
And also Mark Zuckerberg going on to like Joe Rogan, and just backtracking a whole bunch of their employment policies. You know, those are things that we can be proud about, like in our constitution. It's knitted into the direction we want to go to as a people. We're not 100% there yet, right, as the South Africans, but it's something we can be super proud of. All of those policies that corporations are will implement at a whim and take away, right? We've knitted into the fabric of our constitution, and that's something that you can't do here, and we can be proud of that, because again, it leads to these moments where authoritarian, like charismatic leaders will come up and, you know, steal that narrative away and say things that get them the most attention. I don't think Trump cares about politics, and this is a completely different discussion. I don't think he cares about that stuff. He cares about the attention and if he's winning, right? So he will choose the road that takes him there, not the road that's best for the people. And seeing all of these social media websites do the same thing around him, it's like, oh, you're the same, and it sucks. So. Yeah, it really does suck. So be careful what you do on these apps.
100%. And just in closing, let's look at that's, I suppose, the sentiment of desperation. We were now looking at other apps that could help us feed the void, all right? And do you think that this particular drop opened up, like you said, Red Note now? I've never heard of Red Note in my life before. So do you think that lapse there opened up another sort of a couple of spotlights and some other apps that are actually applicable in that space?
Well, yes and no. So Red Note's great. I love Red Note. I think it's a really cool thing, and they were very quick to implement cool technology, like really fast. Like there's a like a translate button now that happened like literally within a day. Yeah.
What?
Most of it's in simplified Chinese, so to get into that is super cool. But it's also created a void where all these new social media companies like Meta wants to jump in and take. And remember, the ban, although it's come back, right? It's only a 45-day extension. So TikTok can still go away in the US. It's not free. It's like Trump has also painted this picture like he saved TikTok. He hasn't. He's just extended. Well, the law was there originally. There's been no extension. There's been a 45-day thing. TikTok were just proactive in just removing it from their servers. Because also it costs money to have all these things operational. So they've re-implemented it for the next 45 days, and we'll see what happens. It might go away, or they might also, unfortunately, have to bend to an imperialist will.
Yeah, but I'm glad that we had this conversation because it's very revealing of certain human nature. However, I think that, you know, communication and, you know, freedom of speech, definitely very, very important. But this is a type of conversation we can spend hours chatting about. But for now, we just wanted to touch on it for you right here in the Feel Good Breakfast Show. And on to the other news from around your world. Carissa has all of those details.
I do indeed, Carl. Have your 7 o'clock news waiting for you. Let's get started with your national news headlines, where Social Development Minister Sisisi Tolashe has reaffirmed her commitment to enhancing SASSA services during a strategic planning session with senior managers in Cape Town. Now, she commended social grant beneficiaries for their remarkable 86% pass rate in the 2024 matric exams. Tolashe also emphasized the importance of community-based outreach and urged SASSA to modernize systems to improve accessibility, manage queues and combat fraud. Now, she tasked acting CEO Themba Mklau, who devising a plan to address rural payment challenges, ensuring efficient solutions. In other national news, retail sales rose 7.7% in November, buoyed by Black Friday deals and the two-part pension scheme, following October's revised 6.2% increase, Stats SA reported. December inflation was 3% below the forecasted 3.2%, within the Reserve Bank's 3 to 6% target range. Now, the rise stemmed from higher fuel costs and slight food price increases. As the Monetary Policy Committee meets next week, some economists predict a 25 basis point repo rate cut, while others expect it in July. Now, the figures highlight cautious optimism despite economic challenges. Looking at those international news headlines, the United Nations has confirmed Hamas's control over the security of aid truck convoys entering Gaza since the ceasefire began on Sunday. On the fourth day of the ceasefire, Hamas reports its fighters and police are restoring order, halting truck looting, and 18,000 municipal workers have started infrastructure repairs, including water supplies. Analysts assert that Hamas remains firmly in control of Gaza and will have to be involved in further negotiations with Israel, as the Palestinian Authority is subordinate to Hamas. Meanwhile, the International Criminal Court has questioned Italy's decision to release Libyan Osama al-Masri Njim, suspected of crimes against humanity, including murder and torture. Njim was arrested in Turin following an ICC warrant, but freed due to a legal technicality, according to an Interior Ministry source. He was flown to Tripoli, receiving a hero's welcome. The ICC, investigating Libya's 2011 civil war crimes, expressed frustration over Italy's lack of consultation. Now, the case, attributed to a technical lapse, has drawn no comment from Italy's Prime Minister or Justice Ministry. And we end off with a story where, after over a century of neglect, 1,772 Black South African servicemen who died in World War I have been honoured with a memorial in Cape Town. Now, these unsung heroes endured grueling non-combatant roles in East Africa, yet their sacrifices went unrecognised. Now, engraved timber posts bearing their names stand as a testament to their courage. At a moving ceremony, the UK's Princess Anne unveiled the memorial, attended by proud descendants. Families celebrated the long-overdue recognition of their ancestors' contributions. Now, the Commonwealth War Graves Commission called it a poignant tribute, rectifying history's oversight and immortalising these men's sacrifices in the annals of South African pride. A beautiful touch and way to end off your 7 o'clock news. Let's see if the beauty continues in the world of sports. Carl is waiting by with the latest.
Of course, the beauty continues. It's the beautiful game, football. Paris Saint-Germain staged a stunning second-half comeback to beat Manchester City 4-2 in a dramatic Champions League clash. Goals from Ousmane Dembele, Bradley Barcola, João Neves, as well as Gonzalo Ramos overturned City's 2-0 lead, keeping PSG's qualification hopes alive while leaving City in danger of an early exit. Now, let's stay with football, but let's go local. Mamelodi Sundowns avenged their Carling knockout final loss with a hard-fought 2-1 victory over Magesi FC at the old Peter Makaba Stadium. Despite Wonderboy Makubu's early strike for the hosts, the Brazilians turned the tide in the second half with goals from Lucas Ribeiro and Tashreeq Matthews. The win extends Sundowns' lead at the top of the Premiership to 6 points. Now on to cricket. Aiden Markram inspired a stunning comeback as the Sunrisers Eastern Cape overturned a dire 53-5 to post 149 for 7 before dismantling the Pretoria Capitals for just 97, clinching a commanding 52-run victory in their SA20 clash at St George's Park. The defending champions, after starting their campaign with 3 losses, secured their 3rd consecutive bonus point win in an incredible turnaround. And let's wrap with the Aussie Open. Defending champion Yannick Sinner stormed into the Australian Open semi-finals with a commanding straight sets victory over local favourite Alex de Minaur on Rod Laver Arena. The Italian world number 1 dismissed any lingering illness concerns, dominating the 8th seed 6-3, 6-2 and 6-1. Sinner now faces American Ben Shelton for a spot in Sunday's final, where either Novak Djokovic or Alexander Zverev awaits. That's it for your sports update for now. Another update in the next 60 minutes or so. Let's take a first look at your roads. Here's Zanele.
Thank you, Carl. Let's take a look at what's happening in your weather, Mzansi, and get you ready for the rest of the day. But before we do that, let's get into your traffic. It looks like the mother city is quite hectic this morning. And let's get you ready in Athlone, where there's been an accident on the N2 inbound at Jakes Herville Drive. Approach the affected area with caution, please, when passing through, because it does look like there are delays and there is a little bit of a build-up over there. Then still in Cape Town, Milnerton, there's heavy congestion along the N7 southbound at the ramp towards the N1 inbound. Added travel time is advised for motorists using this route. Wherever the road leads this morning, please remember to buckle up and stay safe. Let's get into your weather right now. The South African Weather Service always keeps us up to date, and we make sure that you are in the know. And this is why you got to hear about the two yellow level 2 warnings, or rather 2 warnings that they've issued. A yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms in southwestern KZN and parts of the Eastern Cape, bringing heavy downpours, damaging winds, hail and lightning, as well as risks of flooding and infrastructure damage. A yellow level 1 warning highlights damaging winds, as well as waves along the coast from Oyster Bay to Port Edward. Extremely high fire danger conditions persist across the Northern Cape, Eastern Cape and parts of the Western Cape. Additionally, a heat wave affects Northern Eastern Cape areas until Monday, with extremely uncomfortable conditions expected in parts of the Northern and Western Cape. Please make sure that you do take caution where you need to, and we'll keep you up to date with anything else that they do let us know of. But right now, it is always my favorite time when we get to see what you are seeing as you wake up. And this morning, it is a huge shout out to the beautiful Nancy from Pennington, KZN, who has brought us a lovely sunrise view where there isn't a lot of sun, right? You just see it peeking out from behind the clouds, but that just proves even without the sunlight, the sky can still be oh so beautiful. And Nancy, you've shown that oh so stunningly in this picturesque picture. Thank you, my lovely. And this is where you got to come through, Mzansi. 063-408-8863. Show us what it is that your side of life is looking like, and we want to show the rest of the country. Before we get into anything else, though, let's show you what your temperatures are looking like.
It might be hot across the country, but I just feel like we're going to make you feel a little bit better about staying indoors this morning, because we have so much coming your way on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. 1 hour lapse, 2 more to go, and within this hour, it's entertainment, it is fashion, and speaking about fashion, Taryn Oppel is in the building, and we want to get a bit of a wardrobe refresh as we step into 2025. I mean, Carl, out of 10, what'd you give?
186,242 out of 10. By the way, this is fantastic. You look like you own a plot in Constantia. I like it a lot, though.
I do.
But I can tell you another thing coming your way, though, is that Jerome Deploy, that sensational actor, actually returns to Skeem Saam. We need to know all the details, get all the tea, and we are going to stand by to get that from Zanele a little bit later. So please stay right there. Look like 186,242, and we'll be right back on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back here on Expresso. And friend, this morning we are all about getting into celebrations with some of our SABC family. We know how huge Skeem Saam is. You remember they even made like a time change and everybody went to that time because they know where all of the drama and the entertainment is. And someone who was bringing that not just on the TV screens, but all over social media, honey, his clips are going viral. I am talking about the king that has returned to be a criminal mastermind. It is Jerome Deploy. He made his debut on the 7th of January on Skeem Saam, and he is only going strong, and I genuinely love him. And if you don't know him yet, trust me, you're gonna fall in love some more. Everybody, let's give him a feel-good welcome. Jerome, how are you?
What's up, man?
I'm amazing.
Yeah?
How are you?
I'm good.
I'm all the better for having you in front of me because I'm so proud of you.
Thank you for having me. You see, I'm even nervous,
No,
man.
never.
Yeah.
Yo, please, you are a criminal mastermind. Criminal masterminds don't get nervous.
Yeah.
How is it being back?
Amazing, man.
Yeah.
Like you said, one of the biggest shows in SA.
100%.
God willingly, we're pushing it to number 1 with this storyline we have now.
Come on.
Amazing to be with Cedric again. Me and Lihasa has been. So people don't know. I always took falls for Lihasa.
Yes.
Previously, so now we in my world, so hopefully you can get me out. But it's fun, amazing cast, you know, the team as well, and you know, just the professionalism of it.
Yeah.
And the fans, I think they've got one of the biggest fan bases.
Facts.
That really love the show. So yeah, it's been amazing being back, man, and just working with, you know, we've got there's new members that came in now. You have the likes of Sean Wedem, who's phenomenal.
100%.
You know, Rikwa them, award-winning directors, you know.
Darling, soon to be award-winning Jerome. You know what I mean?
A lot of people say that. We don't know yet. We'll see.
Well, you know what? We see it. We see the vision because you are doing so amazingly playing Craig, like being the gang leader. Talk to us about how you got ready for that. You know, how did you do a lot of research?
The step is, like I told people, a lot of my people I know come from lives like that. I grew up in Kliptown, Eldos, where, you know, crime was a way of life.
Sure.
My mother always moved me away from there because she didn't want me to be a part of that life, you know. So always being part of it, seeing it, you know. We got caught up. We could have sold drugs. We could have done things, you know. But I thank God that, you know, I'm not that. Like I said, I got a lot of friends who were part of that, who passed away from it, you know. We never judged them, and, you know, because life could have been like that for us, you know.
100%.
So seeing them coming from that, you know, and just watching it, you know. So my late brother as well was murdered, was part of crime. His life was just different, So
sorry to hear that.
Yeah. And my boy Gift, who's very close to me, I always tell their stories. That's why people don't understand why I get so crazy with it, you know. So learning and just watching and seeing that, you know.
Do you know what I think is so poetic? Is that you are now, you know, kind of really just putting a picture out there for young people to know what not to do. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the way that you're passionate about how you want more young people like you who get away from that life, and the fact that we're now able to depict it and be like, okay, this is what we don't do. I think that's incredible.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Zia. I mean, we got a comment last week. One person was like, because of me, they don't want to go to prison.
Do you see what I'm talking about? Do you see? That's exactly it. I love that.
That's the message, and I think the story that we've got to portray to the youth as well, because, you know, you got choices, good, bad. It's up to you at the end of the day.
I love that. And of course, Craig is someone that is now a part of you. You know, this is the person you play almost every single day. What do you like most about him? Yes, he's a gangster, and he's the boss, but what do you love about him?
He counts big money.
Hey, we're not. Hey, gangsterism. Hey.
Somebody's posted a clip where we were singing in church and we were counting money, so we rivals in prison.
Yes.
So Sykes and them's trying to kill the house. So we the steppers. So when you know what a stepper is, right? It's big people.
You make the things happen. Yes, I know you guys.
We don't get a cup. Yeah. You know, so make sure you come correct. So he's just been a boss since way back as well. You know, he's got money. He's a leader. He's a protector.
Yes.
You know, and he's somebody that's just very confident in life. So
100%.
And it's somebody you don't want to mess with.
Oh, honey, I trust that we don't want to mess with Craig at all. Okay, we scared of Craig. And this is why I gotta ask you, do people treat you like a criminal now?
No.
Good.
They love me.
I love that.
People, it's so funny because my mother always say, good girls love bad boys, you know. So, you know, a lot of the fan base that has come through as well, you know, I'm so grateful for it all. And a lot of people just love this guy.
Yeah.
You know, so don't always think. Sometimes a lot of people don't get, but gangster's not ugly. So not all gangsters are not.
Jerome, come on.
You know, you got
Look
pretty
at that
boys,
face.
man.
Look at that face. Come on. The poster boy of gangsters ain't ugly.
Young Judah.
Jerome, I know that, like you said, you know, you guys are going to be pretty much fighting for #1.
Yeah.
What are the surprises that you're bringing us? Give us the exclusive. What can we expect on Skeem Saam?
Skeem?
Yes, especially with Craig.
Crazy enough, from tonight, the story, it's hard already, but tonight, from tonight, the story's gonna get very, very, very wild.
How? Jerome,
just know, Liasa, man.
Oh, okay, Liasa. He's gonna mess up somehow.
Liasa, man. People, get ready, get some tissues, get plot twists. I'm telling you, tomorrow night, it's gonna be buzzing. But from tonight, you guys will understand why that show is one of the best shows in the country.
Jerome, now I want to see it now.
You wanna see now?
I want to watch right now.
Craig starts to come out of his shell tonight. It's wild. So
This is scary. I was gonna say, Sana, I'm scared now. Is someone gonna die? Okay, all right.
Okay, blood will be spilled.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, fine, we'll tune in. It's fine, Jerome. It's fine. You've given us enough.
7:30, yes. Yes,
Beautiful.
please watch that, man.
We will, especially for you. Again, congratulations. I'm
Thank
super
you so
proud
much.
of you.
I'm proud of you always.
And I can't wait to see you just continue to take over in 2025.
No problem. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you to Expresso.
Thank you.
To the fan base and the award-winning show, Skeem Saam.
Come on.
Yeah.
Dango Craig.
Dango.
It is Jerome Deploy that plays Craig in Skeem Saam. You heard him 7:30 SABC1 every weekday. One of the biggest shows in the country. And if you're not watching it already, friend, why? Why don't you want nice things for yourself, huh? Do the right thing and make sure you are part of it. And honestly, I know I'm going to be watching. You heard from today, It's going. The things are But we will be there, and I'm so glad that you are here with us on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Right about now, I want us to check in on Kate TZ Post Sheezy. My honeys, what's going down?
Hello, Zanella. Let me tell you what's going down, because you and I were fashion girlies, okay? And we kind of have this mantra in our minds as the year starts: out with the old and in with the new. Now we got to kickstart the year with a wardrobe refresh, and that's both stylish and also stress-free. Please, we don't want any stress this year. And we've got the best of the best in the building. Stylist Taryn Opel is here with effortless fits that really will quickly become year-round fashion favorites. And that's what we love when it comes to fashion. We want to dip into the sustainable aspect. Can I wear it in Jan? Can I wear the same thing in September, right?
You know I love that.
I
love that
it.
way of thinking.
Also, girl, matching.
We're always twinning, and it just makes my day. I mean, down to the red lip. I love it.
Oh, I love it. And I'm loving the colors that I'm seeing in front of me, because clearly a collection, a capsule is being launched by Woolworths. But when it comes to a wardrobe refresh, can we really start somewhere? Can you start with some tips for us? Where do we begin?
Absolutely. I mean, just glancing at the rail already, it just like oozes newness to me. There's a lot of white with this pop of green, which is so beautiful and exciting.
Yes.
I love white because it almost represents a clean slate, which is the new year, which we all love. So I'm going to delve into some awesome white pieces that we have going on. The embroidery and glazed details, especially, I mean, you also have some detail at the bottom of your pants. I have on mine. This has a matching top as well, so it's all about the matching set, but I'm loving the detail and the texture. The sort of crossover in front of the dress is really beautiful. It's so fresh. I love it, with a little frill at the bottom. And then for something just a little bit more breathable, lightweight, sort of cotton blend with the little ties on the straps.
Cute.
Very sweet, a little bit prairie, which is a little bit girly.
It
I
also
like
tells me you could maybe wear it as a halter. You can kind of switch it up if you wanted to.
Exactly, because these come apart, so you can switch it up and sort of become your own stylist. I mean, also love the idea of layering it with a tee underneath, maybe, if you don't want to show off your arms. And then, of course, you know, we cannot forget bottoms, your shorts, your basics, which you can pair with the white tee. And then here's just another example of just a really beautiful textured dress. And then we obviously have to move on to the greens, which is such a vibrant emerald. It's all about the stripe as well. We're going to see a lot of stripes coming through. It's almost channeling a little bit of a preppy style. And then we've obviously got some beautiful floral leafy prints as well, for someone who's a little bit more statement driven with their prints that they love to wear.
Effortless, you know?
100%.
Stepping out the house looking 100% incredible.
And then we always talk about lightweight, breathable fabrics, linen blend dress. The ruffle details are really adorable. And this is obviously for someone who loves the green, but just wants something something a little bit more plain and statement. So there really is something for everyone.
I love that.
And then, of course, finishing it off with beautiful accessories is the name of the game.
The animal print with the white or green definitely would go so well.
100%.
But I also like a bit of a bold look. But let's see it on Letabo. Let's see it on the model so we can see it come
is
to
here
life.
in the really beautiful, sort of preppy inspired shirt dress, which is also really versatile. You know, pair it with your flats. I love the details of bringing straw in. It's just keeping it quite summery. The pop of the sunnies, you know, it's just to bounce off the stripe, and then her tote just to tie everything together. So this is a way of bringing in the neutrals and balancing the neutrals with the green.
It's got pockets.
It's got pockets.
Yes.
I mean, this is something that you could wear to the market. You can run some errands, lunch or brunch with the girls, but then you can also switch it up and take it to work. And I want to show you exactly how you can do that.
Yes.
So we're going to start with shoes, because obviously shoes is something that can really transform a look.
I love those, Taryn.
They're so cute. They're like these Mary Jane style. So we're just going to pop those on.
Beautiful. Oh, that's so cute.
So obviously adding the black is a little bit more dramatic. The patent is also giving me that sort of office work vibe.
Exactly, but elevated at the same time.
Exactly. So it's a winner for me. So this could also be replaced with like a black strappy heel or a slingback pointed heel. Anything that you feel is your vibe when it comes to workwear. And then just to sort of add to changing the color scheme, we're going to take off the summery woven belt.
That's more outdoorsy, like you said, maybe more markety.
Exactly. It's got that texture. And then we're going to replace it with, something a little bit more chic, sleek, little leather vibe.
Oh, so I see you're bringing in the black accents so they all complement each other.
Exactly. I mean, I'm a huge lover of pairing sort of accessories that go with each other. So like first we went the whole neutral route, and now we're just going to go sleek and chic with black accents.
Oh, I love it already.
So there we go. That's just a little trick. You know, if you find like the most perfect belt and you love it, but you can't find your size?
Yes,
that's
this
like
is the way.
The perfect trick for it.
Oh, it's also giving fashion. I love that.
Just a little bit of a crisscross knot detail. We're going to add her black sunnies. I think a tortoiseshell sunny could also work really well. And then just because, you know, she's a boss babe, we're going to give her a really big tote, and then she's ready to go to the office.
Oh yes, so you are ready, girl, to take over the world.
So that's just a simple way, just with accessories, in transforming your look and taking your outfit somewhere else.
And again, what I love about you is that you take an item and you show us many ways that you can wear it. If you have something in your cupboard, you could also restyle it into different ways.
100%. You just got to play around. It's, I mean, fashion really is experimental, and it should be playful, and you should enjoy it. So just take one little item and find how many ways you can wear it, and you'll see how you can really transform your wardrobe.
Oh, I love that. That's a challenge for you, Expresso fam. Take an item in your wardrobe and style it as many ways as possible, and then share it with us. Make sure that you also head over to Woolies to get yourself some of these, because it's all about color, comfort, and a whole vibe. Now, you can shop these styles and more at Woolworths. As always, you can do so in-store, online, or even on the app.
Outfit ready and still ahead for you on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And Tlantla Mafu will show you how amazing a solo career can be after Mafigizolo. And then this man over here, JP Sebastian, joins us for an award-winning movie, A Real Pain. If you were to capture it in a nutshell before we get to the review, what would it be?
Oh, well, I feel like the size difference helps you.
It's lovely, eh? Yes.
It's an odd couple road movie type thing. So two pairs who you think aren't going to match necessarily, two cousins go on a road trip.
Yeah.
Think stuff like Little Miss Sunshine, clashing personalities, that sort of thing.
Love it. That's on the way. A review and also maybe a little bit more as to why it won so many awards for these incredible actors. So make sure you stay there. This is Expresso.
Step into a world where color meets possibility with Plascon's 2025 Hybridity Color Forecast. Spend 500 Rand or more on any Plascon products and stand to win a state-of-the-art Toyota Corolla Cross 1.8 XS Hybrid worth 500,000 Rand. Simply WhatsApp your receipt, name and ID to this number. T's and C's apply. Plascon, together we've got this.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. If you caught us in a laugh, it's because we've been building up to a movie called A Real Pain, and we are looking forward to this gentleman, center couch. JP Sebastian is here. And I mean, of course, a new haircut. When I say haircut, it's a new style, right?
Yeah.
You think
Look at you guys beat all
no, you look great.
We were just
No, we were laughing
we were
because I
tearing
said
into each
JP's
other.
a real pain, okay? You're a real pain in my foot.
And yeah, you're still hung up on how I told you to hold your back. Writes that in a diary
There's
like
so
every
much
day. Can't believe
history
he
here.
said that.
The beef is continuing is all I'm saying. Yeah, they're going to get you for the complaints
Oh, what? So I
committee.
look beefy now. Okay.
That's okay. But yes,
there's a
we're
movie.
looking forward to it. Yeah, there is actually a movie that we're about to talk about. And just anything, BCCSA, you didn't hear anything. Anyway, right, so A Real Pain. It's won awards. I've been intrigued
I
about it.
suspect you're most excited about Kieran Culkin.
I am.
Are you
I
guys
really
Succession
am.
heads?
I like him. He is Macaulay Culkin's brother.
Yes.
Is that the main thing? Like,
But
I like him
Succession
because
Oh,
that's
okay.
where...
I still got to see Succession.
Same. I heard it's amazing.
No, I haven't seen the whole chain of... I've seen episode, but I can tell that there's a disturbed character that he's portraying there.
And the way it looks is just so natural, and you're going to see more of this in A Real Pain
Yeah.
anyway as well. So the thing is, obviously, this is out tomorrow. I'm doing a review. I've seen the movie. I've got my thoughts about it. But first, both with director Jesse Eisenberg, who's also actor Jesse Eisenberg.
Wow.
Social Network,
Okay,
et cetera, was Lex Luthor, which made people feel a bit cringy sometimes. But whatever. Here they are themselves, Jesse Eisenberg, Kieran Culkin, and the team of A Real Pain, describing what you're in store for tomorrow.
So, Dabers and I are cousins. We used to be joined at the hip, like Keith and Eilish. You remember them?
Yeah, don't say that. I like to think of A Real Pain as a kind of complicated story of these two guys, two cousins whose lives have diverged in a kind of funny way. Listen, I think we should check you in. I did a thing online.
Oh, no, I get it. I checked it a while ago.
Sorry, when did you get here?
A few hours ago.
Really? Yeah. I mean, the flight's not for another, 2 hours.
Yeah, but they open the airport super early. You could just come here and hang out. You meet the craziest people here, dude.
David is kind of, constantly second-guessing himself, constantly worried about the future. And Benji is this unencumbered free spirit who is this incredibly charming guy. Wait, you're not, taking weed into Poland, are you?
Really? They're going to arrest 2 Jews in Poland for a little bit of weed. That's a good look for the Polish people.
All right, just try to keep it down.
The two characters of David and Benji are so beautifully complex and moving while being extremely funny.
Their grandmother, that they were both pretty close to, dies, and they go back to Poland and see where she came from and do a tour.
Oh, hey, can I borrow your phone, man?
Don't you have a phone?
Yeah, but it doesn't play music.
I just like jokes more than anything, but if I can set them in the context of something dramatic, I feel like there'll be some kind of spark there.
David and Benji's grief for their grandmother was so elegantly written. There was comedy within it in the relationship between cousins.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I totally forgot. You have super nice feet.
Do I?
Yeah, and they've aged really well, too. They remind me of Grandma's feet.
Okay.
A real pain.
You know what I like about the movie? I think that the movie, I'm expecting that the substance is going to come in the dialogue, in the moments of where these two characters
Pathos,
yes,
giggles.
I feel like that's where I'm going to get a lot of the entertainment factor. Do you find that when you watched it?
Oh, and I mean, sure, of course, because like I was saying to you behind camera, it's sort of like a corny description to give actors, you know, sometimes because it's over the top. But like Kieran Culkin is so instinctive. And Jesse Eisenberg is very naturally himself. Like, he's not shy to be who he is. So that interplay, it comes off just fine as far as chemistry goes.
Yeah.
But I should probably give you a bit about what it's about.
Please.
So, A Real Pain, you got these two cousins, just got a piece of grandma's inheritance, which was a gift to say, go visit my old home in Poland. They're both Jewish. She was Jewish, and as such, she had she was victim to the horrible history of Nazism. And they visit death camps at the same time as they're rediscovering themselves. Because it's sort of like, I don't know if you guys had this, but like you used to hang out with that one family member a lot and then you'd sort of drift apart after a couple of years.
Yes.
And then they find that their personalities, well, they're always a bit different, but they used to enjoy certain, you know, herbs with each other and stuff like that. And Jesse Eisenberg's turned into this family guy. He's very much ordered, categorizes his life, and he's a good businessman in IT. And the other one looks like he's just sort of not moved the dial, not moved the needle. Looks like he was born in hemp and so has a very close relationship with it. And so that can cause a bit of clashes or whatever, but I think that the way Kieran Culkin's brought this character across is very lovable for a lot of people. And I think it's got a good dose, in fact, of, I found, you know, it's important that humans are also just obnoxious. Like, we're a mix of things.
Right.
And the dynamic's interesting because Eisenberg is sort of rediscovering this person, but realizing that he's got a lot to learn from even this person that a lot of people might just call a loser his whole life.
Sure.
It's something sort of like even I'm learning is like, you know, you might think that you're a smart bum and all that, but then you meet, say, I don't know, a jock who just likes rugby, and it's like, no, dude, like there's a piece of, you know, there's a diamond in that person too, if you just darn listen. So I'll tell you some of the things that concern me about this is that, so Jesse Eisenberg's an actor first and the director second, and I think he's making a great sort of like move for himself in this world. But I was just telling you now, between takes, is an actor-director, there's either the chance of a great gift because you're really in love with what actors do and you want to elevate that and be like, guys, look at the blood we put into the thing. But I think what he might have done here is a bit sort of decentered himself too much. The director's a bit of a lover. The director loves the three faces that you're looking at now. I hope so, Wes, our director. And so you really want to elevate and illuminate those around you. But then that risks making your own character a bit uninteresting. So I'll put it weirdly is that Eisenberg's character sort of braffs a bit. And when I say braff, I mean, like, remember Zach Braff in Garden State?
I love that.
And Natalie Portman's wild and crazy, and she's a firecracker. But Braff purposely is a bit of wallpaper, blending in with the wallpaper. So he's not deeply interested, and I wish that they could have historicized themselves a bit more. It's not that you have to constantly be like, hey, remember when we used to hang out at the Bubby and what, like, you can't overdo that either, but it really seems like they didn't know each other. There's so many scenes where Eisenberg's going, wow, I didn't realize you were like that. And it's like, okay, you're hammering that a bit too much.
Okay.
So Kieran's doing a lot of carrying as a great actor, and it can come off a bit too, I said the word already, sort of hammered, over-designed kind of thing.
Definitely looks like the kind of movie I would watch. I love a dialogue-driven movie, and these characters just seem to have on-screen chemistry.
And you also love road movies, stuff like Little Miss Sunshine. People shove the bags in the car and you throw family personalities together. And
beautiful.
You know, sparks can either turn into revelation or needing to like recede and go, I need to think about this relationship, etc., etc. Great stuff, I think. It's very valuable.
I think we have another clip.
Yes, sorry. Yes. So why not again? These are brilliant actors, and I promise you, Kieran Culkin's probably going to crack a nomination when we see the Oscar nominations, probably 3 p.m. today.
Okay.
For supporting actor. here it is again. A Real Pain out tomorrow.
Benji is very charismatic and lovable and just sort of lives moment to moment. You never really know what you're going to get.
Does it look real? Well, they're twice the size of you in metal, so, no.
David feels like the adult, and he's gotten married. He's had the kid, and Benji is so unfiltered and like a child. And when you see them in action and you see them interacting, it's hilarious.
You don't need to get the hat. Do you want one too? No, you look like the Ricola Man.
What frustrates Benji is how much David has changed when he feels like he hasn't.
I know you're not the most comfortable person with groups and people, and I'm not? No, but it's amazing that you're here putting yourself out there so boldly for me.
Thank you, man.
Let's go smoke a joint.
You want somebody to feel something, and I hope people can experience it as seeing these mismatched two guys flail alongside each other in these various contexts.
The conductor's gonna come through taking tickets. We tell him we're going to the bathroom.
This is ridiculous. Tickets are probably like $12.
That's the principle of the thing. We shouldn't have to pay for train tickets in Poland. This is our country.
No, it's not. It was our country. They kicked us out because they thought we were cheap.
Oh, I knew it. I love it. I'm probably going to see it at the lobby. Would it be on,
Good on you.
commercial cinemas?
Oh, no, for sure. But great that you want to support tiny community ones too. If you put JP's meanness aside, other critics are loving the heck out of it. It's averaging on Metacritic.com, the aggregator of major publications, 86 out of 100. But for me,
6, isn't it?
There you go. Thank you very much.
He's
for
a
that.
hater.
So
He's a certified hater.
But what I like is what you said. You said that sometimes when you want a film to give you a nuance, you want them to give you an undertone, and they drill something, they want you to see it. They tell you must feel this way about these characters, as opposed to you just feeling it, like looking at a piece of art.
And receiving the art, yes.
It can be a bit of an insecurity thing as well, like especially for first-time directors. It's like, cool, this works. This is the mechanic. I'll hyper-focus on this. But I think he's got a bright future ahead of him, obviously being, maybe, hopefully, ideally replacing creeps like Woody Allen for doing like these nebbish type, awkward. Let's have more movies about losers. I need them.
Okay, wait. So for a first directed movie, does empathy not count? Can't we push that to a 6.8 or 7?
Sure, whatever. Take as many popcorns as you like. This one will get a 10.
So 6, right?
6 out of 10, sorry.
6.
Just to clarify.
All right, JP.
From me, the grouch.
No, it's a good. I think it's a fantastic movie. I'm definitely going to watch it. And also, Kieran Culkin for a nod at about 3 p.m. today. That is going to be that's going to be exciting to see that though. So yes, A Real Pain out tomorrow, which is going to be great. Also, still ahead for you on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we have entertainment galore. We do.
We do.
Yes, Nhlanhla Mafu actually moved out of Mafikizolo for a solo career.
Insane, because the powerhouse that is Mafikizolo and then the powerhouse that is Nhlanhla, it's just going to be incredible.
That's going to be amazing. So naturally, that's coming your way. And then we were talking about, that it's sticky toffee pudding day today.
You gave us all those facts,
and I gave all the facts. Trust me, I never thought I'd ever give you a fact-finding mission on a pudding, but it was necessary. So, yes, we are going to get into a kitchen, and we are going to give you that particular recipe that you'll find on expressoshow.com. So we've got everything. We've got music and puddings. What else do you need?
Just love from JP.
That's right.
Oh, you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You're on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and this is where you need to be, all in the name of getting yourself ready for your day. And we're so glad you do that with us, my Expresso family. Right now, I tell you this much, right? You need to make sure that you do not go anywhere because we've still got so much to do. There's so many things that are going to be happening. And of course, as we jump on into what's going on in Cape Town right now, I want you to get ready for this. The beautiful Nhlanhla is going to be telling us all about her solo career. And honestly, I do believe that she is not just an icon, but she's a legend. She's a person who honestly and truly is the epitome of what music is in this country. And then on top of that, she is also going to be letting us in on a little bit of a, what's going on over here. You know those vocals, Kesana, you can't play with them. But then on top of that, we're also going to be getting into yet another recipe, which for me is what I genuinely cannot wait for, because it's all about the sticky toffee dessert. Something yummy, something delicious. And I also know that there's so much going on. And I want to quickly get into what Cape Town is doing right now. Cape Teasy Sheezy, I've got to ask you, are you guys ready for everything that's still going to be coming up on the show? I mean, I feel like we've already been having so much fun, but are you excited?
Oh, Zanele, let me tell you, I am so incredibly excited. I can't believe the legend that is Nhlanhla is going to be joining us in the building. But right now, we have another legend that we have to talk to. We've done one recipe together, Henriette, and I just feel like it's not enough.
Yeah, our mission for this year is to get you to bake more.
I think so. Let me just have a cake that doesn't flop, it doesn't look like a biscuit, and then I think we'll be good. And we want you to treat yourself, Mzansi, to a smaller version of a beloved classic with these mini date sticky toffee puddings. Ooh, say that 5 times twice. Perfectly portioned and packed with a rich, gooey sweetness. It's a mini pudding, and they're made with luscious dates and then topped with a decadent toffee sauce. It really is so good for either sharing or enjoying on your own.
Yeah.
I like the latter. I'm enjoying it on my own.
Enjoying it on your own, and what's really cool about these small ones is if you've got this New Year's resolution, you want to
It's
eat a little bit less. If it's a small portion, you portion control.
But what if you have 5?
But well,
they're still small though.
They're still small. So in your head, you're eating small portions.
All right, Henriette, where do we begin?
So we've actually already, because these people here are just magical
The
little fairies.
Yeah.
We've already creamed our margarine and sugar. I
love this.
So you have to cream it because it really makes it light and fluffy, and it just adds a beautiful texture to it.
So you said what is in here?
It's margarine and sugar.
Okay, so not butter. You can use margarine.
You can 100% also use butter.
Oh,
it doesn't matter. Whatever is in your fridge, use it. Make sure it is room temperature. Margarine will automatically be soft, but butter, you're going to have to get it out. Otherwise, you're going to have a fight with your butter. It could be good for your muscles, you know, if you try to balance it.
New Year's resolutions again.
Yeah.
We're building the strength.
Now we're going to add an egg at a time and make sure it incorporates. Do you want to give that a mix?
Put me to work.
Put you to work. While she's at work.
Not that bad.
Yeah, not that bad. While she's at work, we've already have our dates. Now, dates is also a very healthy addition.
It is. In fact, this is part of my 5 vegetables a day. Fruits and veggies. This counts.
And the thing about it is, you know, everybody wants to be healthy. Let's not look at the sugar. Let's just look at the dates, you know. Now, we've added some boiling water to soften it up. And what we've also added is bicarb. And that also adds us to soften it up. But the bicarb also adds an additional element to your date pudding, making it a bit more fluffy.
Wow.
So, bicarb,
multi-talented.
for all of us. Let's add that other egg. And then we're going to make sure that it's well incorporated. Looks good.
Is there a technique here?
You're doing
Gotta
well.
be more aggressive.
No, that's good. You're doing well. We're going to add our beautiful vanilla paste. Let me just get a... Vanilla, always add vanilla, guys.
And you could do paste or an essence?
Essence is just as good. The paste is just a better quality. Now, I want you to stop using the whisk, and we're going to move over to the spatula because we're now going to start folding in the flour and milk. Now, we want to fold it in because we want to make sure that we do not overmix our batter.
Okay.
Do you know what happens when
I
it's
was about to
overmixed?
ask what happens.
It becomes like flat and it's not airy and beautiful. It's too chewy. It's too flat. It's not a vibe. So, do you know how to fold?
I don't. Please show me. I was just going to do anything.
While I'm folding it, can you maybe just start that cream on the... We're going to be also making our toffee cream that goes over at the end, the sauce. Are you winning there?
You know what?
Just have a look at how I'm folding this. We're just going to very carefully, you lift it up and push it down in the middle. okay? That's just how you fold it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna add some milk just to make sure I can.
Because the consistency is what that we're looking for.
You want it to be incorporated, all of it. You don't want to see the flour, but you
Okay.
don't want to overmix it. So if there's a little bit of lumps here or there, it's not the end of the world. It's going to bake away.
Beautiful.
Is that
okay?
going
What's
there?
happening here? So this is cream in the pot.
Yes, that's cream. We're boiling it, and now you can even add the sugar, and we also have margarine there.
And all the sugar, Andrea?
Yep, all of it. Don't look at it.
Oh yeah,
Just-
no sugar. Close
no
your
sugar.
eyes. Close your eyes
It's
when you stir
fine.
it in.
It's fine. We need it, okay? And now,
How else am I going to get energy?
of course, you can also add the butter. That sauce is for afterwards, okay? You're going to have it with your pudding afterwards. I want you to have a look here. This is basically just getting that last bit of milk in there.
Wow.
And it is done.
Okay.
Don't overmix it.
Don't overmix your
There you
batter.
go. And then lastly, of course, our stunning dates. Our healthy portion
That looks
of the day.
delicious. It's going to taste good, I know. It's going to taste really good.
No, this adds a lovely chewy, but that good chewy, like the toffee vibe to our pudding. We want the dates. Again,
Yeah,
just
because
fold it in.
There is no toffee here.
No, the toffee is what you're
Oh,
actually
this is the
creating.
toffee. Okay.
Yeah, caramel. You know, it's also called a butterscotch. So it's just a beautiful caramel, and that's going to have it.
And what are we looking for here? Because everything is melted.
You just want it to start boiling a little bit
Boiling a bit.
and become like a beautiful sauce. You'll see it. Will also deepen in color.
I love how you say you'll see. You've got so much faith in me.
I have faith in you. I believe in that. I'm empowering you.
Okay, thank you.
And
I
now
love
we're going to finish up by putting our little stick. We've got this stunning little, cute little holders.
Oh.
If you don't have this at home, you can just have a bowl. It doesn't have to go into that. So these are silicones. We don't need to add any silicone. But if you do need to grease it, just use some margarine or spray and cook. It doesn't matter.
I love these because you can just pop them out, right?
Yeah.
Once they're done.
Yeah, and it looks cute. It looks like you did a lot of effort.
Exactly. And the color is just everything. All
Like
right.
you know what
so
you're
once
doing.
this goes in the oven for
20 to 25 minutes. Remember, each oven has its own personality, so make sure you know your baby well.
Okay, 20,
And
25 minutes.
20, 25 minutes.
We get that beauty.
Look at that.
With
Look at
with
that.
this on top. I
With
forgot
that beautiful
about this.
sauce, we want. Don't forget. Rule number 1 of baking: don't forget about stuff that's on the oven. Okay, that will help. And then you pour over your sauce. I like to serve it warm because yummy.
Absolutely.
And of course, you can add some custard or even some ice cream.
Oh, I love that. ExpressoShow.com is where you can get this recipe quick and easy. I mean, I almost made it, so you can definitely make it. Make sure that you definitely add this to your Sunday dessert. I think this is going to impress the family or the crowds around you. For now, let's head back to Joburg to see what Sanel is getting up to.
This looks delicious.
Thank you, my gorgeous Carissa. Oh, I am getting up to hanging with the queen, an artist of note and somebody who truly, for me, like I said, is the epitome of what music in South Africa is. Because what would we be without Mafiki Zolo Mzansi? Absolutely nothing. So if you know Mafiki Zolo, then you know Nhlanhla Mafu. And she is a lady who has not just been thriving as being an artist, but also in motherhood and being in business. And today we get to celebrate her, getting to know a little bit more about her solo career and just what she's up to. Everyone, let's give her a feel-good welcome, please. Nhlanhla Mafu. My beautiful Nhlanhla, how are you?
Okay, I'm good, thank you.
That's good. Nhlanhla, forever stylish, forever stunning, forever serving body goals. Ma'am, I need to ask you because honestly, it's almost an anomaly what you guys have done as Mafiki Zolo. 26 years in the game, still going strong, still performing everywhere.
Yeah.
How do you guys keep that bond so strong?
It's all about respecting each other. You know, I think that's the most important thing. And just us having a common goal and a common vision, you know, about where we want to take Mafiki Zolo. And yeah, and just respecting our fans.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, and you guys respect us. You give us hit after hit after hit. But now it's you giving us hit after hit because I can already just see into the future. I'm so excited for you doing your solo career and just really, you know, focusing on yourself.
Yeah.
What made you decide to do this? And does this mean, because I know a lot of people are probably crying, being like, Mafiki Zolo is breaking up. Are you guys breaking up?
We're not breaking up.
Thank goodness.
We're not breaking up.
Yes.
You know, as our fans, you know that we've done solos before and got back together again as Mafiki Zolo. So
Yes.
this is what's going to happen, you know, even this time.
Okay.
But we'll still continue working.
Amazing.
And I'm just, like you said, enjoying doing my solo projects.
Yes.
And the reason why I did the 3 singles was to celebrate the bridal range that we launched late last year.
Lovely.
And and I'm just having fun with that. And this year we'll be launching a male range for the very first time. So I'm excited about that as well.
I love that. And speaking of males, one of the people that you've actually collaborated with is DJ Tira.
Yeah.
And on the song Ngithanda Wena.
Yeah.
How did that song come about? How did you guys even get into the studio?
I wanted to do an Afropop song, a wedding song, but I wanted to do it a bit different. So I thought I wanted a little bit of in the song. So
Yes.
I mean, Tira is a
Dom King.
Dom King.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And so I reached out to him, and he introduced me to Amatai Kula, and that's how the song came about, produced by him.
That's incredible. And you know that I've been saying I have a hunch that 2025 is taking us back to Kom. Like, yes, there'll still be Amapiano, but I feel the Kom vibe coming up, and you are just feeding into that, Nhlanhla. But in terms of sounds and genres, where exactly is it that you want to play? Like, how would you describe your sound that you're going for?
You know what? Because this particular project was meant to promote the bridal range.
Yeah.
So it's solely meant for that.
Yeah.
But when I start working on my actual solo project, that's where now, you know, I'll be exploring in terms of sounds. But the most important thing is I'll be going back to my roots, my Zulu roots. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Would you ever do Amapiano?
Most definitely, most definitely. I mean, I'm currently, I'm about to drop, because I did a couple of collaborations, recorded a couple of collaborations last year.
Yes.
So one is with Speedy,
yes.
Which is Afrotech, and one is with DJ Spoo, so Afrotech. But I mean, it's, you know, it's almost like a mixture of Afrotech and Amapiano, so it's going to be quite interesting.
I love that. Listen, I think all of us are very excited for it, Nhlanhla. And something that I think is so special is the fact that, you know, Mafikizolo has always owned the wedding space. Let me say, you didn't have a wedding if Mafikizolo did not play. And now with you coming out and being like, here's the bridal range, and here is this beautiful, you know, just a body of work in terms of for those 3 songs, but then on top of it, the people that you're working with. I think it's such a beautiful culmination.
Yeah, and I also love just working with young producers for the new single now, second single from the same drop.
Yes.
I've worked with a young guy from KZN, Moiriva, called DJ Tiesto. Very exciting. I'm also featuring young up-and-coming artists, deco vocalist, as well as Gift Tonic. So it's, for me also, it's all about just, you know, giving a chance to the young and upcoming artists and producers.
I love that. Yeah. And of course you do that as well within your business, which is absolutely incredible. Talk to us a little bit about your business. You know, what's going on?
Yeah, I love that. Like you're saying, you know, we have we have, I mean, we hired young kids fresh from college, you know, and because we know how it is, how hard it is, you know, just to gain experience, get a job and gain experience. So we really pride ourselves in giving young people the opportunity to showcase their talents.
Beautiful.
And also just, you know, doing internships as well.
Love that.
So I'm all about just, you know,
bringing
giving
up
a
the
hand
youth.
and just uplifting our youth.
I love that. And this is why you are the boss lady, running such a successful business. And we appreciate you, Nhlanhla. What I'm also super excited about as a fan is that you're not going anywhere. Beautiful Mzansi, you do need to stick around because Nhlanhla Mafu is going to be giving us a performance of a lifetime, honey. We're talking all things her solo career, and you're going to be getting just a taste of what it is she's been putting out already. However, we're also going to be doing quick fire questions with her, which I can't wait for. I know that I've been a fan since I was, you know, just starting to be a Mafikizolo fan up until now. So you need to make sure you do not go anywhere. But then also on top of that, we're also going to be hearing about a better man that JP is going to be reviewing. Trust me, you want to stick around because this is where you get your day started off on the perfect note. We're going to take a short break, but we'll be back after this.
Only you can make my day.
stand a chance to be one of 10 lucky winners, each winning a share of 200,000 Rand and cash prizes from Toffee's South Africa. Simply buy a pair of Toffee's school shoes between now and 14 February. Then WhatsApp your proof of purchase to 087 250 0811 or buy directly on toffees.co.za and fill in the form to enter. Competition closes 14 February. T's and C's apply. Toffees, for every kind of tough.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. I have to tell you this right now that we're about to get into your news for the final time today, which means that we only have one more hour in your company, so stick around for some good stuff coming your way. So let's get into your national news first, where the Johannesburg Roads Agency reports a traffic sign repair backlog exceeding 70 million Rand due to theft, vandalism and accidents. Over 360 vandalism cases are under investigation, with new reports emerging daily. CEO Zweli Niati highlights ongoing efforts to collaborate with the private sector on innovative solutions. These include remote monitoring systems to detect and report traffic light faults and connecting traffic lights to alternative power sources to mitigate power outage disruptions. The agency aims to address these challenges while improving infrastructure efficiency and resilience during a strategic planning session with senior managers in Cape Town. Now, she commended social grant beneficiaries for their remarkable 86% pass rate in the 2024 matric exams. Talashe emphasized the importance of community-based outreach and urged SASSA to modernize systems to improve accessibility, efficient solutions. In your international news making headlines, Zimbabwe's state-owned Kuvimba mining house expects to finalize a deal with two Chinese companies this month for its $270 million lithium project. Now, despite lithium prices falling over 80% since November 2022, CEO Trevor Barnard is optimistic about recovery, driven by strong electric vehicle sales in China and reduced mine activity. Barnard believes prices will recover next year, but not reach 2022's record levels. Zimbabwe, Africa's top lithium producer, has attracted over $1 billion in lithium aid truck convoys entering Gaza since the ceasefire began on Sunday. On the fourth day of the ceasefire, Hamas reports its fighters and police are restoring order, halting truck looting, and 18,000 municipal workers have started infrastructure repairs, including water supplies. Analysts assert that Hamas remains firmly in control of Gaza and will have to be involved in further negotiations with Israel, as the Palestinian Authority is subordinate to Hamas. And to close off your news for this Thursday morning, we touch base with Trevor Noah, South Africa's internationally acclaimed comedian and former host of The Daily Show, who will host the Grammys for the 5th consecutive year, bringing his signature wit to music's biggest night. Not only will he host, but he's also producing and nominated for Best Comedy Album for his special Where Was I? Competing against comedy legends like Dave Chappelle and Ricky Gervais, Noah's nomination marks his third from the Academy. His impressive accolades also include 2 Primetime Emmy Awards and the prestigious 2023 Dutch Erasmus Prize. Now, this year's Grammys will support wildfire relief efforts and honour the bravery of first responders, adding a special sense of purpose to the celebration. We love our multi-talented superstar and wish him all the best as he takes on yet another great stage. So we leave your 8 o'clock news. Let's delve into the sports for the last time with Carl.
Let's wrap up your sporting action, starting off with football. Last night, Paris Saint-Germain staged a stunning second-half comeback to beat Manchester City 4-2 in a dramatic Champions League clash. Goals from Ousmane Dembele, Bradley Barcola, João Neves, as well as Gonçalo Ramos overturned City's 2-0 lead, keeping PSG's qualification hopes alive while leaving City in danger of an early exit from the competition. Let's stay with football. Mamelodi Sundowns avenged their Carling knockout final loss with a hard-fought 2-1 victory over Magesi FC at the old Peter Mokaba Stadium. Despite Wonderboy Makubu's early strike for the hosts, the Brazilians turned the tide in the second half with goals from Lucas Ribeiro as well as Tashreeq Matthews. The win extends Sundowns' lead at the top of the Premiership to 6 points. On to the exciting cricket world. 5 to post 149 for 7 before dismantling the Pretoria Capitals for just 97 runs, clinching a commanding 52-run victory in the SA20 clash in an incredible turnaround. And on to tennis, defending champion Yannick Sinner stormed into the Australian Open semi-finals with a commanding straight sets victory over local favourite Alex de Minaur on Rod Laver Arena. The Italian world number 1 dismissed any lingering illness concerns, dominating the 8th seed 6-3. 6-2 and 6-1. Sinner now faces American Ben Shelton for a spot in Sunday's final, where either Novak Djokovic or Alexander Zverev awaits. That's it for your sporting action on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let's take another look at your roads. Here's Anele.
Let's get you through that traffic because things are looking a little bit hectic in Mzansi and Namhlanje. Firstly, in KZN Scottsburg, the road to TC Robertson Nature Reserve is closed due to landslide. Please avoid the affected area and make use of an alternative route. In Johannesburg, 4 ways, traffic is at a standstill on Winnie Mandela Drive, unfortunately. So please make sure that you adjust your travel time to accommodate the expected delays. Still in Cape Town, Milnerton, delays are being experienced as a result of traffic buildup on the N7 northbound at the ramp to Bosmansdam. Wherever you're headed, please make sure that you heed all of our warnings. But on top of that, make sure that you buckle up and stay safe. Let's take a look at what your weather's looking like for today. The South African Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms in southern western KZN and part of the eastern Cape, bringing heavy downpours, damaging winds, hail and lightning with risks of flooding and infrastructure damage. A yellow level 1 warning has also been issued and highlights damaging winds and waves along the coast from Oyster Bay to Port Edward. Extremely high fire danger conditions persist across the northern Cape, eastern Cape and parts of the western Cape. Additionally, a heat wave affects northern eastern Cape areas until Monday, with extremely uncomfortable conditions expected in parts of the northern and western Cape. Please make sure that you do hydrate should you find yourself in a very hot place, and on the contrary, please make sure that you also keep safe should you be in the parts where there will be storms. Right now, where it doesn't seem like things are terrible at all, it is over in Kaimouth. Ken has sent us a picture that for me honestly just looks so stunning. It is the reflection of the sun on the water that is making my day just a little bit better. Ken, a huge shout out to you for the sunrise view. We absolutely love it, and thank you so much for coming through. And you know, Mzansi, we always want to see your 063-408-8863. Right now, I want you to make sure that you get dressed the right way, ne? So let's get into those temperatures right here on Expresso.
Well, listen up. I only have one question for you this morning. Not a hard one. It goes like this. Will you be playing Daily Lotto for an estimated 550,000 Rand jackpot this Thursday? And I'm hoping you're nodding aggressively because don't get left behind, okay? You got to play now. Buy your tickets now in store on the website, which is nationallottery.co.za. There's the mobile app, cell phone banking at your disposal, or simply just dial *120 *7529#, and that is for USSD. Now, all these details are available on our social media pages. Go check us out. Give us a follow. At Expresso Show is where you can find us. And then Panda Pusha Play Daily Lotto for an estimated 550,000 Rand jackpot today. And you could win big. And your payday might just be around the corner. All I'm saying is that we've got great gents standing by. I heard Jason Momoa was in studio. Is that right?
Yes, as you can see. Right over here, Jason Momoa is alongside me, the movie guy. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Aquaman?
I'm more worried about the mullet situation than I am about the... There's a bit too much aqua going on back here. I feel like Rick James.
No.
Tripping on you.
No, just, honestly, I feel like you're a better man. In fact, hold on, wait. A better man. Isn't that a Robbie Williams biographical movie with some arpies in it as well?
Yes, that's why I'm being an arp, sorry. I wasn't just being a pervert.
I haven't seen it yet, but just if you were to give us a little tease before we give it a preview.
And he's played by a monkey, a CG monkey. So think about like Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, all the Planet of the Apes. I mean,
yes.
That level of graphics, but in a musical. Should be interesting.
That is going to be great. All right, we're going to preview that. Plus, in Nhlanhla Mafu, we've got some quick-fire questions. And you know, when someone's on the spot, the honesty comes out. We're looking forward to that. Cannot wait to chat to you in the next few. So please, get yourself comfy. We'll be right back with Jason Momoa, Better Man, and you.
A whole season ahead. A myriad of possibilities.
ABSA, official banking partner of the Premier League.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, it's always a good morning whenever we're with you, and especially when we get to have some of the people that we absolutely love in this country and just celebrate them. Nhlanhla Mafu is in the building, all in the name of getting to know more about her solo career. So let's get to know her a little bit better with some quick-fire questions. And Nhlanhla, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay, we've got you. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1, what's your favorite way to spend a weekend?
At home with my family.
Yeah. Ooh, nice. What's your biggest fear?
Losing a family member. Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. Okay, early bird or night owl?
Night outs.
Okay. Best childhood memory?
Just singing around the organ with my family.
Oh, so it's from the family. Yeah. Okay. Favorite ice cream flavor?
Vanilla.
Your hidden talent?
Interior deco.
Ooh, there's nothing she can't do. The best concert you've ever attended? We know ours is always the ones we attend. But with you guys?
Oh my gosh.
The best. Who blew you away?
I would say the recent one last year, Zoe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was amazing.
Yeah, she's incredible. She's like you. What is your dream car?
Dream car? Porsche Panamera.
Porsche Panamera. Babes! Do you believe in aliens?
Not really.
Okay. And what is your best piece of advice that you've ever received?
To love myself and to respect myself and to respect others.
Come on! Nhlanhla, you're amazing. This is why we love you so much. And I'm so excited for Mzansi to just get to know you more as a solo artist. Yeah. And with that being said, Mzansi, it is time for us to give a huge round of applause to our queen, Nhlanhla Mafu, with one of her brand new songs. It's called Ngithanda Wena. Oh my goodness. Friend, do you see the caliber of artists we have in our country? You can't help but be proud. No DNA, just RSA. Thank you very much. And honestly, I am in the mood. In fact, I want to go get married now. Let's go find those people that proposed. You know what I mean? Cape Town, are you guys feeling like in the mood of getting married? Maybe, perhaps. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow. That was incredible. Honestly, performance-wise, wonderful. And I'm looking forward to more. In fact, we've got more of you. We're going to be entertained by the world of movies because there's a biographical movie, and this is featuring Robbie Williams called Better Man. And it's going to be great to see our best man on this couch, JP Sebastian, giving us his take as we preview it.
My hype man.
Do
I owe you money or something?
No, it's the truth. Come on.
You know, this is the year we say you must open yourself up to love, receive the love. Maybe not from me, but Carl definitely is handing it over to you. Robbie Williams.
That's the usual girl response. Maybe not for me.
Was in Cape Town, is in Cape Town.
Yes.
And we definitely want to celebrate him. So, Robbie, if you're watching, this one's for you.
In fact, we've got some facts about Robbie Williams that you did not know. And that is coming your way as well, just to kind of add a bit more juice to Better Man when you eventually watch it. So please stay with us. We're going to be in these same positions when you see us again, except with more coffee.
Yes.
It's my feel good show.
Hello.
Hello. We missed you. Thank you for
We
coming back.
really did, though.
Thanks.
And I hope that you have your coffee in hand because we missed the opportunity to grab one.
Yep.
But it is a Thursday, the weekend's around the corner, which means that we've got to provide you with some entertainment highlights. Now, we've touched on one movie, and I'm very excited to get into the second one because this is a bit of a weird one, but one of my favorite people is in it. His name is Robbie Williams, and he is a fantastic UK artist that we've got to celebrate. JP Sebastian's still in the building.
JP Sebastian, who is only previewing today. I do hope to see this stuff.
I want to see it too.
Because, like you said, weird is
Looks
a good
very
start.
weird.
And geez, I just spoke about the Bob Dylan movie, A Complete Unknown, and we loved Timothy Chalamet, and that was really slickly well produced and all that kind of stuff. But geez, are we tired of biopics? Do they need a shake-up? Do they need to get a bit weird? Whether it's musical, whether it's... Okay, look, Oppenheimer was great, but whatever. Ooh, I'm rushing off into the forest
Tell
here.
us more about what this is so we
In the
can
trees with the
fill the
monkeys
gaps.
or talking about the wrong movies. Better Man, like you just said, Robbie Williams. This is it's not just a character, it's his story.
Yes.
But obviously its strange conceit is that he is played by a CGI chimpanzee. Robbie Williams himself said in a couple of interviews, like, in the first eight minutes, you're going to be like, what am I watching? Like, why? Why am I putting myself through this? And then he says you're hooked afterwards. And that's the sentiment that a lot of critics are throwing at this. It's getting pretty good reviews.
Wow.
Like New York Times gave it 10 out of 10. LA Times gave it 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Consequence, it's getting huge scores, knocking it out of the park. And all critics are sort of going, why is this good?
I wonder if it's because it's about Robbie Williams. He is so loved. I mean, we've been a fan of him since Take That, going into his solo career. He's given us Hits upon hits upon hits, one of the most decorated UK artists of all time.
As South Africans, sure. But like, it's one of these, weirdly, Paramount Pictures bought the rights to distribute this in America. It was like for $40 million or whatever. And then it tanked opening weekend. Because Americans don't necessarily have the same relationship with across the Atlantic.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of people going, okay, so who is Robbie Williams to us as Americans?
Wow.
And why is he a monkey? So it's a hard sell. But their critics are going, guys, please watch this. I feel like you probably want to see a bit of it.
I would
Just a touch though, because I'm thinking that if you're going to make yourself a monkey, there's going to be a bit of self-deprecating. There's also going to be a little vulnerability, maybe a lot of it.
Dude does not give a darn about doing over himself. I respect that about Robbie Williams.
That's
He's
it.
always been able to take the mickey.
Let's see.
But from Mickeys to Monkeys, here it is, Better Man, out tomorrow.
This whole film is an impossible dream.
Am I here? Can I be here? Even though I was there when most of this was filmed, I still don't understand how it was done.
That's how he sees himself. He sees himself as a performing monkey.
The film is magic.
I was completely convinced that we could tell this story and get people to invest emotionally if Weta were going to come on board to work on the visual effects.
We usually do stunts and fights, and then we were thrown into dancing apes.
It's really just not how you would shoot a visual effects movie. Usually you try and make it as sterile and controllable in post as possible. And this was not that.
At the one end of the scale, you've got a photorealistic chimpanzee, and at the other end of the scale, you've got Robbie Williams. And where along that scale do we want to land?
Can I get?
Yes, you can! It's truly an honour to be able to play Robbie Williams. I feel like I'm the first person alive that's performed in front of 20,000 people doing performance capture.
To have Jono playing that role and giving us all that incredible powerhouse performance on set, we were just incredibly fortunate that we had both Jono and Weta.
Wow.
Postponed.
That was absolutely incredible, especially, you know, the CGI, you know, the motion capture, you know, and while we were watching it, I love the fact that you applauded the people behind the scenes. We don't give them enough love. We don't.
And especially as AI starts to threaten us with complete slop.
Yes.
Everyone stop using AI. It is literally destroying the planet. It's garbage. So the company is Weta Works, and they previously would have done stuff like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Obviously, Planet of the Apes. And so that's like one of the crazy ways that you sort of wonder, geez, you guys chose to make him an ape, so that's a difficult enough chore. And I think that was one of the failings in a way, or not failings, but it, you know, stuff like Planet of the Apes didn't get the same hype as whether Avengers or whatever, because you're asking people a tough question. It's like, please take our monkey movie seriously.
Right.
And so here they go a bridge further and they go, please take our monkey musical seriously. Bless them. Somehow they pull it off, apparently. So, yeah.
But Carl, you were touching on this earlier, which I think is a great point about the significance of a monkey, or at least the symbolism of it, which you've seen in movies like Jordan Peele's Nope as well, where the monkey, what would he use? The show pony? No.
Well, I think if you look at the monkey as a symbol, often a circus, entertain me, let me feed you peanuts and then make it happen. I think maybe there's a little...
It has to clap and go...
Yes, so maybe there's a little connection between maybe Robbie's career. He's known that people wanted him to be a certain person, but he maybe knew that he was a better man.
Just like a pop, basically.
And he was like, we want the naughty Robbie Williams, the one that strips himself and rock DJ. Like, we want that. And that he had to give people that to create a career.
Rock DJ is a good point, by the way, because if people remember that music video, it went weird real quick. So it's dance, he's ripping off his clothes and it starts ripping off his skin.
Yeah.
So he's always been ready to be weird, and that's fantastic. I wish more pop stars, and thankfully, I suppose we get people like Gaga these days. But like, dudes, just be asymmetric, be strange. It is fine. And respect to Robbie Williams, like, in talking about this, he said, I show you everything about my life except my hemorrhoids. So he's got a great sense of humor about it, but absolutely, yeah, the idea of exploitation, and obviously it's about a story about how do we, even Carissa, be better men to this gross industry that we've made of exploitation. I've been reading a lot about like how the K-pop, for example, makes farms of human beings who get used up, sold, and then like thrown away for the next farming crop of. the industry is gross sometimes. But I don't know that that's going to be entirely what the movie's about. Obviously, geez, look at some of these shots. Like, to go to Planet of the Apes again, like, you'll have these beautiful war scenes where the camera's locked off and it's trying to give you that epic gladiator type feel. But you're trying to get the sense here that you're on a concert tour. The camera's running behind you. You know how hard that is to, I don't, to do that with like computer graphics.
Insane.
Rather than just film the monkey still. It makes our lives easier. So, yeah, they might have pulled off something special. And like I said before, sorry I'm hammering this point, but just as I was saying about music biopics, guys, we need to zhoosh it up.
Add a little spice.
They all know that they're going to crack Oscar noms and all that kind of stuff by just towing the line, connecting the dots, but get a bit weird. Better Man might be the remedy for it.
And weird it is. I'm so here for it. Like I said, I'm a fan of Robbie Williams. I'm in. I'm going to watch it first in line. I'll pay that $2 million to go and watch it, okay, with my popcorn. It's expensive these days.
Yeah, it does feel that way. Do we have another clip of Better Man?
Yes, we do. And I wish I could have shown like other stuff as well. Like, why did they choose a monkey? But I really just wanted to focus on the strength of the visual effects. So here's some more about diving into that story about that company that I said, where to works. Here it is, Better Man, some more. Wow.
2, 3, 4. It's sort of blending the skills that we have at Weta into this one character and then taking it further because we've never done singing.
When I rock the mic, I rock the mic.
We had to do a lot of motion studies there to sort of work out how you convincingly make all that sound and all that energy and all that breath come out of this CG character. It's not just moving the lips, so much more than that. It's the chest and the breathing and the posture and the strain in the eyes and brows and stuff. All that tells that these songs are emerging out of this character.
Weta Digital and all the artists there, I owe so much to all of those people who came together to make this happen. And that's what makes this so special.
Looking forward to it. Really am.
I'm excited about that. Okay, it's a preview. You're not giving it popcorn.
No, ma'am.
I'm hoping, though, when you do, it'll get more than 6.
Probably get 9 bananas. We don't know. But sorry, I don't know if I'm doubling up on this point again, but just fun factoid. That scene where you saw them dancing in the street,
please.
like, that's Regent Street in the UK, owned by the Crown. They had to wait in a queue for permission for that for 1.5 years.
Wow.
Queen decides to die, and then they have to wait like another 5 months. So, and geez, imagine for that poor motion capture performer. Obviously, Robbie Williams is doing the voice and whatever, but that's John O'Davies who's the guy in the suit. You've got 1 million humans around you, and you have to act like an ape and stay locked in, kind of thing. So,
they better pay him the big bucks.
And maybe the Academy will start considering that motion capture is its own talent.
Absolutely.
It really is.
That needs to be a category.
Andy Serkis, let's talk about that guy. Come on now. That is the motion capture god, honestly.
And they didn't even need to go for him here because it's not playing a monkey, it's Robbie Williams. Didn't need to, like, you know, lick his armpits on anything weird. Man, whatever.
Cool.
I look forward to it. Looks colourful.
All right, Better Man. Better Man out very, very soon. In fact, you said tomorrow, which is going to be great. In fact, just to celebrate the Better Man himself, I feel like we need to have what they call a Robbie Williams palate cleanser. A track that I know that you love. So let's take a look at this one because I know for a fact that, like everybody, you'd love Angels instead.
I sit and wait. There's an angel contemplate my fate. And do they know? I know, 'cause I have been told that salvation lets their wings unfold. So when I'm lying in my bed, thoughts running from my head, and I feel that love is dead, I'm loving angels instead. And through it, she offers me protection, a lot of love and affection, whether I'm right or wrong, and down the waterfall.
Man, you You know what? I think at this moment, with Better Man coming out, with Angels playing, we need to show our appreciation for Robbie Williams by giving you a few facts about this incredible entertainer.
Absolutely, and he is incredible. Let's start here, right? He actually wanted to be an actor before he saw the band ad, and then accepted the band ad, and then became a member of Take That. Can you imagine? I feel like he'd be really good at acting, but it would have been such a disservice to the music world.
And well, I think it'd be very cool. You know, like him and Nicole Kidman in a movie about, you know, saying something stupid. That'd be quite nice. But another fact, he had his first child at the age of 38, so fatherhood came a bit later for him.
I like that. He thought about it and then decided yes. He also doesn't drive.
He doesn't drive at all?
He doesn't drive,
Oh.
which is not surprising. Robbie
I don't
Williams
know.
gets driven, please. we
Yeah,
know
I
this.
think based on last night, he does drive people crazy, especially a whole stadium full. But we'll leave that there, all right? He left the band, Take That, in 1995 due to a struggle with drugs.
Oh.
Had to go and fix himself, step away.
Absolutely, and then create more music and better music. Listen, he also made it to the Guinness Book of World Records when 1.6 million tickets were sold in a single day, shortly after he announced his world tour, and that was back in 2006.
Yo, what a
What a
flex.
superstar.
He has more Brit Awards than any other musician, in case you didn't know that. I know you know the heavy hitters in the UK.
Yeah.
More Brit Awards than all of them.
All of them?
Yeah, it's really great. You know, look at him. It's Robbie Williams. Brit Awards is what he does. He's basically a Brit Award in person, incarnate. Anyway, yes, you were
He's
saying?
actually got 18 Brit Awards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Let's get into 2004, when he was named the third most played artist on British radio over the past 20 years, behind the likes of Elton John and George Michael.
Goodness. I mean, as you can hear, we got all the facts going, but I think it just kind of nourishes Better Man coming out tomorrow. So Robbie Williams, he's an entertainer of note, so stay tuned. We'll be back with more of the Robbie Williams energy and also a lot of feel-good as well. We got entertainment coming up, the musicians that'll perform.
Yes.
Klantla's still here.
Still in the building. I just want to feel
It's going to be great.
real good.
Yeah, Zanele, what else do we have?
Oh, we got a whole lot coming up, my lovely. Banana sticky toffee pudding is on the way. I cannot wait for that. My mouth is already just watering. But then something that is making my heart absolutely pump custard. It is the fact that Nhlanhla Mafo is still in the building, and she is going to be performing yet again right here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. So do not go anywhere. We got a lot to do still before 9 a.m. Let's take a short break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Expresso here on S3, and let's celebrate International Sticky Toffee Pudding Day. One of your favorite days of your entire life. Andriette is still here, showing us how to make an indulgent banana sticky toffee pudding. What we did was, we knew A Better Man is coming out tomorrow, where Robbie Williams is played by a monkey. We thought a banana would be perfect to throw in there. And you know what? Everything is connected on the show. So it's rich, it's gooey, it is appealing, and it's something that Andriette does like in her sleep. So she's going to show us, you know, newbies, how to do this thing. It's going to be irresistible. Are you ready?
Yeah, I am. So this recipe is very similar to the one we just made, but we're pimping it up a bit.
Oh, I like this.
Okay,
Please
so
do.
we're just going to change it up. We're going to have muscovado sugar. Do you
Excuse
know
me,
that?
just say that again, but slower. Say it again.
I'm scared I'm going to mess it up. I said it fast, so
This is-
Muscovado.
Muscovado. So what is this?
It's a very dark sugar. You would have seen it. You'll see it in any shop, and it just adds a deeper depth of flavor of caramel. So it's just I absolutely love muscovado sugar, and I actually use it for my cookies. So it's a good one to use. And we've already again whipped it up with the butter. Okay, so butter, creamer together. Then we've got our flour and date mixture again that we've soaked in water, as well as some bicarb.
That's a very good combination, date
Yeah.
and flowers.
Now, earlier we actually, earlier we put in eggs one at a time into the sugar, but now we're going to mash up some banana. First, you're going to do that for me, and we're going to be adding the 1 egg at a time into our mashed bananas.
Mash egg, mash egg.
You got it. Go for it. Mash it. Go, go.
Right, there we go.
You
Those
got
bananas are not soft.
Oh, you know what? Actually, as they go along, it's interesting how these bananas, they really give way as you start mashing them.
No, you got it. You got it.
Look
Good.
at that.
Look at that.
Perfect.
Let's add an egg. So it's 3 eggs. I'm going to have vanilla. And as the eggs go, the bananas will be easier to work with.
Oh, yeah, they really are malleable.
And bananas are such an incredible fruit. It really does. You can even use this mixture and make some pancakes. You don't need any flour. Do you know that? Cole, you should know.
Yes, so I make protein pancakes with this recipe. So
Adding
you do a
some
couple of scoops of
protein.
protein powder in there, and they sit so well. Then open up, and in essence, you can do a little baking powder if you want it to rise a little touch, and it's perfect.
Yeah,
Maybe 2025 will be the year that Carl will cook for me. I don't know.
I will eventually.
It's on my vision board. So.
But
Is it on your vision board? I love that.
for now, we'll just watch.
Okay,
Right.
so let me just help you there. I think
Thank
we're
you.
done. Shane did a really good job.
Oh, I
Well,
appreciate that.
You did.
Words of encouragement. It's my love language.
Mine too. I'm
Affirmation,
absolutely an
rather.
affirmation
Well,
girl.
mine are gifts. Gift me the banana sticky toffee, please.
Give me will.
That's it.
The
While
whole
we're
one.
busy with that, Cole, you're going to be in charge of the decoration, so you can just cut that banana in a beautiful halfway.
What type of cut do you want? Do you want a French cut, Bulgarian cut?
A
Do you want South African
Bulgarian.
cut? No problem.
I
Bulgarian
don't know
cut.
what that is, but
That's
I'm keen
okay.
on that. So I'm
Okay,
mixing
that's
in
fine.
my
That's
wet
covered.
ingredients with the sugar, and again, we're just going to give that a little mix. This is the banana also adds to the really gooiness of the date pudding.
Can I just say it smells incredible already?
It's really good. Then we're going to add, of course, our flour.
Do we fold?
When we fold.
We're folding.
We're folding, guys. Again, we don't want to over mix this batter because then it becomes tough. Nobody likes a tough cookie.
Nobody
Banana.
likes a tough cookie.
I said it, and I
Yes, you did.
realized
And you have
halfway.
to lean into it, which is good.
You're doing a great job there.
Thank
okay,
you very much.
So
I have to do
now,
the curvature is important.
and then we're going to, of course, add our beautiful dates because that's also going to add to the chewiness and the gooiness and the yumminess.
So when you add dates in here and you're eating a piece of the toffee pudding, do you get bites of dates or is it okay?
You can decide on the texture, so you can blitz it up and have it very, very fine. So then you don't really just kind of melt into the pudding, or you can chop it up, chunky and have it. You can add raisins if you'd like to add raisins. You can add chocolate if you
I was
like.
waiting for the chocolate.
You can have, guys, this is like the base of it, and then you want to put it in there.
So again, we don't have to grease this.
Yeah, you don't have to grease it, but you can also grease it. This is a very wet pudding, so it won't be a problem. If you feel safer, grease it. It doesn't matter.
Okay, and this is going along the bottom, and we're not doing random like little.
No, you can just spread it on, and then we're going to be using the sauce we've made earlier.
Nice.
So it is the cream, butter, and sugar.
Okay.
But this time with the previous sticky toffee pudding, we placed it afterwards over it, but this one we're going to actually bake it within the pudding. So again, adding even more richness, even more gooiness,
And
even more
heat
deliciousness.
and that. So you're saying that it's going to have a darker look to it because it's going to caramelize
Yes,
with the heat, right?
yes, and it's going to be gorgeous. It's really
Okay.
going to be a showstopper.
Yeah, because I thought that was chocolate, but it's not actually.
No, it's just
gonna be
beautiful
good.
caramel. Okay, so we've got this gorgeous.
That's what's gonna make.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing. You can just do this. You'll be very aggressive to this pudding, stabbing it. Okay, then we go. I'm sorry. You want to put on the banana? I don't want to discourage you. I'll help you there.
You have to trust the process.
I'm sorry. And then, okay, we've cut it into 3. It looks like a sad face. But let's like sad.
You know why? You know why I said I just got nailed.
You
So,
just-
ba, 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 ba. That's what happened to it, so it's sad.
Okay.
That's why.
And now we're going to add our pecan nuts. You can add any nuts you'd like.
Yes.
Nuts are beautiful. They add gorgeous
Nuts
flavor.
are great.
And then, of course, our beautiful sauce.
Yes.
Which you're just going to pour over. Oh, my gosh.
It's thick.
Oh,
And that's just
my.
going to bake this beautiful sad face into a smiley face. You'll see.
That
looks good.
That's very. The word is unctuous.
Ooh.
It's just. It's,
Look at.
oh goodness! What are you doing?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing. This is just a very funny.
What do you mean
pretty.
funny? It is. No, I think it's perfect.
Gorgeous
It's
and
got
delicious.
enough banana, enough nuts.
And sauce
And a
and
lot of
yumminess.
sauce.
And we're going to
Yes.
bake this for about 35 to 40 minutes. But again, just check your bestie, your oven, and see in what mood she is.
And
so that
hope
you
it
make
won't
sure.
turn out to be a tough cookie.
No, it 100%. You can.
No, that's all. And also when you're putting it into the actual tray, that's the motion you're looking for.
Stab it in.
Or you want the smooth motion.
just move it
'Cause
up.
the way I actually prefer. Sorry, the way Carissa
Stabbing.
did it. Yeah,
It was also very like self-medicating
Of course I do.
moment.
Yes, so this is going to be good. And then it goes, and then let's just give it the final
give it
look.
the final
Magnet
look.
TV, there it is.
That is beautiful.
And look at that. It looks
And
like
you can
it's
serve
recovered.
it with custard, like you mentioned. You like your custard, or you
I
can serve
do.
it with ice cream, or just as is. It's beautiful, yeah.
We were told by the director to taste, so Carissa really wants to
please
taste.
go for
it. So I'm just going to move this along. In fact, I'm going to use
Just
the
give me the
entire
whole
tray. I'm giving you the entire tray.
Thank you. Clear
Yes.
path.
Can you see how this
Shall I
one's
use the big spoon?
Can you see how this one's recovered?
This is gorgeous.
smile.
And you can also add the nuts afterwards as well.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
Just do it.
I apologize.
No, just do it.
What do we think? We like it? That looks delicious.
It kind of tastes like Malva pudding.
Malva pudding is also a sense of a sticky date toffee pudding. It's
so
very,
good.
very similar. that
You only have one
process.
fork.
Wow.
That's fine. I'll use this spoon.
It's humongous.
I'll use this spoon. What do you mean? This is fine. Just a small bit.
And
a
of
normal
course,
size
if you
spoon.
want it even more, have more sauce on it, make some more sauce and pour it over afterwards. It's
How
up
good is that?
to you. Baking is
Fine.
absolutely a journey you can enjoy the way
Under
you
you.
want.
Sorry, man. I just had to take a mouthful.
You really did. That was not a TV bite.
No. I don't believe in TV bites.
That was
one.
incredible.
You liked it?
Yeah. And I feel like, maybe I could do this.
I really believe you can,
Okay.
even with your stabbing motions and all of it.
That's what made it so delicious. I told you.
Yeah.
I want people to have fun when it comes to
Yeah.
baking.
Yes.
It really doesn't have to be such a complicated thing. And honestly, if you mess it up, add some ice cream and you'll be happy.
I like that.
I love
It's
this
about
remedy.
fun, guys.
Yeah.
That enjoy making delicious food.
Ugh, Andrea,
Yeah.
mon fall. Again.
Give me some. Give me some.
We wish you nothing but the best for this year. Please come back again and
always.
help us make some more delicious puddings.
Oh, this is great. Okay, do we have time for anything else
more?
today?
Yes.
I actually want, yes, let's go for more. Remember, Tlantla Mafu is still here, so I want you to ensure that you stick
This
around for
huge
that.
spoon.
And sorry, that's the only utensil I have. And trust me, we're going to give you a spoonful of entertainment right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Our spoon.
Delicious.
I'm sorry, that was just
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back. This is Expresso here on S3, and will you be playing the Daily Lotto for an estimated 550,000 Rand jackpot? That's this Thursday, today. So don't get left behind. You can play now. Buy your tickets now in store on nationallottery.co.za, the mobile app, Sulphur Banking, or simply by dialing star 120 star 7529 hash. That is for USSD. All the details are on our pages. That's, of course, Expresso. So go check them out and partner push up play Daily Lotto for an estimated 550,000 Rand jackpot. That is today. And you could win a huge payday. So please play now. Good luck.
Yes, all the best to you, Expresso fam, and make sure that you put yourself in the running to win some good money. All right, let's touch base with something really good. It's that good morning post that we asked you this morning, or in fact, we decided because we have a gorgeous woman in studio, we've got to just see what they've got to say about Nhlanhla. Coletti says she is so beautiful and full of talent. Absolutely love your music. Yes, Coletti, I have to agree with that. What a superstar she is. We also had another comment coming through from Nkele. Dubeo said the ever stylish Nhlanhla Mafu. That seems like a great introduction to her before she steps on the stage. So please, Nkele, if you get a DM, know that they're calling you up for that. Let's see if we've got anything else going. Tabang says she looks beautiful. And yes, that definitely is the consensus amongst all of us right here, Expresso fam. She does look absolutely beautiful. And I'm going to take this opportunity right now to say hi, Zanele, and hi, Nhlanhla. Hello.
Hi, Cape Town. Oh my goodness. I am so still in awe of what we experienced earlier on. And I'm so excited we get another performance from Nhlanhla. My Nhlanhla, we absolutely love having you here with us. And I think this is why we've just had so much time, which I'm absolutely so happy about, because I want to know, is there a date for when your project is coming out?
No date for my personal project,
yes,
but for the collaborations in February.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
No.
Is it because it's all about love?
Yeah.
Come on. Okay. We are ready for it. And I also know that, just in terms of you and what it is that you've been doing, I think it's just been so amazing. And especially just stepping out. I think sometimes when you come from a group, it can be scary. Yeah. But you're making it look so effortless. So well done on that, my Nhlanhla.
Thank you so much.
But talk to me about this, the song that you're about to perform, Kaya Lami. What exactly inspired it?
Kaya Lami is a beautiful love song, when you are in a happy space and, just speaking about love and celebrating love.
Yes.
Because I think if you haven't been in love, you are still going to fall in love. Each and every one of us, one way or the other, we experience love.
Yeah.
So, and this, I feel like this is the right time. February is coming, month of love.
Yeah.
And this is what we'll be promoting, and we'll be shooting and promoting the second single.
I love that. If you're looking for an actress for your, I'm here. I
Yes.
have a, okay, thank
Yes.
you. All right. Talk to me about this, Nhlanhla. We said 26 years of Mafikizolo.
Oh, I think that would be performing for our former and late president, Tata Nelson Mandela, in Norway, and we shared a stage with big international stars. And
That's incredible.
Yeah, and it was just amazing.
Wow.
It's one of those memorable shows.
It's always been just South Africa to the world, thanks to people like you. So thank you, Nhlanhla.
Thank you so much.
Let's get your beautiful co-artist on Kaya Lami with us, because my beautiful family, this is about to be, in fact, something that is going to close out the show the right way. It is Kaya Lami by Nhlanhla Mafu, as well as Decor, the vocalist, and Give Tonic. Sana, let's give them a round of applause.
akusona la baby ngajela yakuthanda thanda abama ngasana ngaphela emehlweni my love wahleka kanani wajela uyakuthanda kwase kwamnandi emshadweni bengazi uthandwa kade kumnandi kanje nguwe sithando sami lapha enhlizweni mina ngizohamba nawe zonke lezi zwe boza sambe you're the one I live for. You're my heart's desire. You're the one I live for. You're my heart's desire. Love you, want me, ungo wami, kaya lami, shala nami, amor wami, siwe munye, mina nawe, stando sami, love you, wami, ungo wami, kaya lami, shala nami, amor wami, siwe munye, mina nawe. Can I get a scabella? Give money mood, I wanna be like Jella. Relegate to the man on set, or Tolly like a boche of it as skate. I wanna learn a Pumali Jaja, Masana to la Batecara Lizaza. When I fell out of my Garuki Kuku, go and I list like Angali is a Bluetooth. So when I want a 10 out of 10, when I get strike, I just see number 10. Panali Monaba Eme Bacheche, Ufita Heleke, Hata again. I get Mutara Mushaba Matung, Tabana smile, I receive Pungian tongue. When again, I let my good Dumela, Matala de la Pizza to Mongaton. Love you.